Yo, we're back in the game, back at the game, new trim, looking fresh, trying to give you that wasabi, guys. What's going to be popping up on the show, guys? What Wesley? 70 mil for Wesley. We're going to talk about 70 mil for Wesley because it has happened. I try to stop it, but we're going to talk about 70 mil for your boy Wesley. Aubameyang to Chelsea. It's getting close, but Barca are acting like little kids. It's getting very close. Or very soon, Chelsea will complete both Wesley and your boy Aubameyang. Antony. Fabrizio Romano dropped a huge, massive interview with Antony, who is desperate to leave Ajax. £90 million bid, 90 million Salinis was rejected by the Ajax boys. The GOAT, my GOAT, the guy who tweaks his eyebrows, Cristiano Ronaldo. Time is running out. Time's running out, man. He has been offered to Napoli, and Jorge Mendes is desperate to get this guy out of this club so that he can try and add to his UCL tally. What's up, Benzema? UEFA Player of the Year. People attack me because I said Benzema's dud is greater than anything that Messi and Ronaldo has done. We're going to have a little Benzema discussion and say what's up. Then we'll dip into a little bit of the UCL draw and a bit of the Europa League draw as well. So we've got a very, very full show for you here right now. So, representing Peru and Canada, that's your boy Cardo, man. Saying what's up, man. Trying to give you that whole thing as well, man. He's trying to bring everyone together and so forth. I don't know what that sign means, but we're going to move on from that, man. I don't need to know. I don't need to know what that means. Your boy Mike, representing the Helsinki boys, man. HJK, man. Mike saying what's up and trying to bring Finland back to the masses. What about Liverpool? We're going to talk a little about that as well, man. Yes, yeah. United man. He tells me that if they get Antony, Antony will become the new Ronaldinho. He says that he is the new R9 in the making, and that him linking up with Rashford will be a better combination than Tom and Jerry. Wow, interesting. Your boy Sasuna, they say he looks like Dybala. I say he looks more like Tom Cruise, but it is what it is. So, yeah,
there is literally nothing between us that's alike. He's good looking. I'm not. In my head.
It was the first thing.
You know what's crazy? I actually see it. I actually see it.
Hold up, brother. Osuna.
Yeah.
Why would you be so self-detrimental like yourself?
Yeah, man.
Everybody looks good. I don't believe in looks because we're all beautiful inside of us. There's beauty in
I'm
everybody.
talking like Tom Cruise is like a 9 out of 10 guy. I'm like a solid average 5, 6 out of 10. That's what I mean.
According to whom?
Hey, man.
Beauty is in the eye of the whole.
You know what?
I was about to say that.
Yeah. Also, you look better than Tom Cruise. You hear it now from me, bro.
Thank you. You're too kind.
I said that you look better than Tom Cruise. Yeah. Now what?
Oh, you are so nice. Thank you so much. If only I could actually get some girls with that.
Yeah, it's compared to Tom Cruise compared to also Son. Give me a break, man. Tom Cruise.
Maybe he just can't help you with that.
Money, man.
You know, so I'm looking at Tom Cruise. Is Tom Cruise bald? Is he bald? No, thank you very much. So guys, as I say again, please like the video, subscribe if you're new. If there's anything you want to add to the discussion, we love your donations, your supercharged donations. We call them dubs up at this piece. As long as it's not Talent FC or Daddy Issues, feel free to send in those super chats and those debates, man. I don't care how you guys are doing because I want to drink my Ribena.
Ribena.
Jesus
Christ. And let's get this party started. So, first on the agenda is, guys, look.
Osasuna lost. What a disaster.
Wait, no. Let me ask you. Okay, let me ask a question. Let me go to Yasser. Yasser, would you pay 70 mil for a guy called Wesley? Just let's say there was a guy called Wesley. Would you pay 70 mil for a guy called Wesley? If his first name is Wesley. Wesley.
No, HH, I see. HH, I don't know why this doesn't happen. I don't know why the big six club, the clubs with the most money, I don't know why don't they go into a Zoom call and actually have an honest discussion and say, listen, guys, I don't care who you go after, but let's not spend all this really needy stuff because this is getting ridiculous. HH, like Wesley Fofana came out from a horrific injury. I rate the player. I really do. I love Wesley Fofana, but at the same time, it's like, calma. Leicester City went through. He didn't play that season, did he? Or was it the season before? I don't quite remember.
He played a little bit at the end.
Yeah, towards the end. But it was mostly last season.
But then again, I understand how the individual as a player feels because
yes. This is the football house. This is not a political thing. So we talked about real talk here. So let's get rid of that. Let's go to all that political stuff. And give it to me as real as 6 grand cards. Okay, give it to me real.
No, there's a few. Manchester City is the club that everyone expects to win this league, right? And Man City will not pay 70 mil for Wesley Fofana. So why are Chelsea Football Club paying? I don't know. Maybe it's because you're desperate. You want the player, and enemies necessary. As we see with other rumors and other transfers that's happening now. But guys, a lot of us report big clubs, and enough is enough, man. At this point, we need to, like I said, we need to come in like the US, all to come together and say
no.
We're not doing this no more.
Yes, read what yes. Are we being stuck up by Leicester City, and should Leicester City be taken to The Hague for crimes against footballing balance? Because this is no. Yes. I don't care whether you're from Minnesota or Minneapolis. Shout out to Prince, who is from Minnesota. This is a stick-up.
It is.
This is a stick-up. Because, I'm afraid of Twitter. I fear that bluebird. You know that bluebird? That tweets. I'm scared of that bluebird. If it's true that...
I'm sure you tweet more than bluebirds.
Well, no. I have a doppelganger. I'm hearing that with add-ons, this could be the most expensive defender ever.
Yeah.
Oh no, Mike! I don't like how you're nodding your head. No.
But it's like it's caught in 2 minds. One thing is screw it. If you got the money, spend it. Get the player. And the other sense is like I said, it is on the onus of Chelsea Football Club to make a stand. If Chelsea Football Club, if they say like, listen, like Man City did the same thing, guys. Let's like this at the end. As much as you want to put this on Leicester, this is on Chelsea. Because Manchester City did the same thing with Brighton. They said, we're not paying a specific amount for Cucurella. Chelsea Football Club said, here's a 60 million. Come on, like, it's becoming absolutely ridiculous. So I feel like Leicester knows how desperate Chelsea is for Fofana, and they're taking the absolute piss. And it's not worth it. It's not. So it is what it is, So, it is. For me, this Leicester, they want as much money as possible for him because they know that because of how desperate Chelsea is, they might not get the same amount next summer, So, he doesn't even play for his international squad team, so it is. I don't know.
See, before I go to Mike, paying 70 mil for a guy who's not even in the squad for his country.
Yeah.
What's wrong with it? What's wrong with people, man?
He's talented, but
no. 70 is too much. No,
it is though. It is. No, but then like I said, these big clubs need to make a stance, but we're not. We always want
Mike talk to me, man. Mike, talk to me, Mike, man.
Well, Leicester have sold 3 of the 5 most expensive defenders in football history.
That's crazy.
3 out of the 5, I think, no, or 3 out of the 6. Chilwell, Maguire, and I guess it's going to be Fofana. Leicester doing great business as always. They're probably going to name the training center after Harry Maguire. The King Power Stadium is going to be called the Wesley Fofana Stadium. And then I don't know what Ben Chilwell is going to be called. Probably the U21 Stadium or something like that. Look, Fofana is a good player. It's crazy money. But I see Lucas Paqueta going to West Ham for 60 million.
Yeah,
Morgan
it's not
Gibbs
worth
White
it,
going to
man.
Nottingham Forest for 45 million.
Yeah.
Alexander Isak going for 70 million.
It's
Antony going
actually
for 90
crazy.
million. Bro, the Premier League is the Super League with this crazy money. So, look,
Yeah.
other clubs around Europe and Leicester, they need money, right? Because they lost a lot of money during the COVID time because of, I think their owners, they own like the tax duty-free thing in Thailand, if I'm not mistaken. So, obviously, all the tourists that go to Thailand, there was no tourists during COVID. So, they need money, Leicester, badly. Look, you're going to have to pay for it. You have to pay it, HH. That's the market nowadays. If you want a good defender, 21 years old, one good season, sounds like Darwin Núñez, but he's a quality defender. I do rate Wesley Fofana. I think you guys have a great back three then with Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, who's now suspended, and Wesley Fofana. But yeah, the price is ridiculous in my opinion. But hey, it's football nowadays. Money rules.
Osasuna, man. Wesley for 70 mil.
I think there was a certain manager that you really loved that bought a certain Wesley, but he only spent 15 million on him, and he won the treble with him. Now, the thing is, 70 million is 5 times 15 million. So apparently you are getting a player who is 5 times the player Wesley Sneijder was. Now, I know obviously inflation and everything, so there's everything like that, but realistically, I think Wesley Fofana, because he's so young and because Tuchel is obsessed with buying defenders right now for no reason whatsoever, it seems like you're going to buy him for 70 million and Leicester are going to really screw you out of this deal. But it is what it is. I don't know what Chelsea's plan is with this deal. I don't know why they're signing Fofana. They don't need defenders. They need attackers. So, it is Chelsea. They're obviously going to be making this deal happening. I think Wesley Fofana is going to be a good signing. I don't think that he's going to be a bad player for them. I think he goes right into their starting 11 probably even. But at the same time, why not spend like 30 of that 70 million on Aubameyang? Or if you're not going to spend it on Aubameyang, use it on another striker. Because
No, that's the thing that just scares. Because my thing though is, how much was Van Dijk?
Van Dijk was 70 million.
Yeah.
And he single-handedly pretty much transformed them. I think we can agree that Fofana isn't going to have the same impact as Van Dijk had for Liverpool. I think we can all come
We
together.
don't know that because we didn't think that Van Dijk would have that impact that he did at Liverpool because he was just some defender from Southampton that was just a pretty solid but just a very non-committal defender.
No. But so I'm just saying, okay, that's very true. What are the chances that Fofana will have as much of an impact as Van Dijk had for Liverpool? What are the chances? It could happen.
Probably less because there's more people in the defense, so the chance of one person changing it is less of a chance. It's not like you're going from a brick like a what was his name? What were those defenders that they were playing with before? Skirtle or something like that.
Lovren.
Lovren, that guy.
Lovren,
Instead of Lovren, you're now playing with Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Or do you have instead of who are Chelsea's defenders right now? Thiago
Yeah,
Silva, you put in
their
Fofana.
defenders were good. Yeah.
It's not like you don't put in a much better defender than what you already have.
No, but what pisses me off is that I think you even alluded to the point. It's Chelsea's main concern is scoring goals. That is the main concern. So I don't think Fofana is going to be a guy that's now going to come in and be like, oh no, like.
I don't know, man. With how Chelsea plays and with their way their defenders are their top scorers, he could be extended to the attack. Tuchel might have a genius idea with that.
But I don't want that, bro. I need a playmaker. I need a goal scorer. The heck?
No, Tuchel needs what he needs.
The way you play, yeah. But no, just to add to Alcina, the way you guys play, it makes sense because you have Reece James playing as a right center back. So you got to move him the heck out of there to play as a wing back so he could create chances for you.
This is true.
Reece James is one of your best creators.
Yes, yeah. A guy called Wesley is going for 70 mil in 2022.
Yeah.
I think that's I'm trying to get you guys to understand that Chelsea are 30 mil, that's too much for Aubameyang. But you're going all in 70 mil and you're trying to go 60 mil for Gordon.
You do realize
It's
that
like
the
this-
third
is-
most
is there
expensive
something wrong?
signing
What
of
the
all
heck?
time is someone called Philip
Who?
Coutinho.
Philippe.
Look, Ricardo man, Wesley man. Spin this, man. Spin this. You're a spin master. Spin this.
To be honest, I don't even know. Like, I've heard of his name. I've heard he's a highly rated center back in the Premier League, but 70 million. I agree with what Michael is saying, that the Premier League is borderline pretty much almost a Super League, but I would have to disagree with the notion that the Premier League is charging these prices to other Premier League clubs because they know they have that Premier League money. Now, if you look at like in other transfers, right? Look at Grealish, man. The guy cost 100 million because they know they had that Premier League money. For example, look at Real Madrid when they got Camavinga. That guy got him for peanuts. Like if you look at leagues outside of the Premier League, they still do normal business, like as if the Premier League dominance in terms of money doesn't even exist. It's just more of this. I guess there's like a superiority complex that the Premier League have in relation to other leagues. It's like, well, we have the money, but what those clubs in like Spain are banking on is that those players actually want to leave. Because if those players want to leave, then the Premier League teams don't have the money. They can't be like, oh, well, 70 million, whatever. But with Fofana, I'm like, didn't this guy just have a massive injury last year?
Yeah, I think he broke his leg, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
crazy injury. Yeah.
I mean,
And that's my thing, because my thing is that how much has he played since that injury, and how well has he played since that injury?
yeah.
He came back in
And you're
April.
dropping 70 mil on a guy who's just coming off a massive injury.
Yeah, so look, at the end of the day, you are paying a big portion of that money is based on the age. He's only 21.
Yeah.
Like, if you think about it, remember when when he came on the scene, he was only like 19 or something like that, and he went for crazy amount of money too. Seeing a defender of that quality at a young age always has a lot more money because they don't grow into that sort of world football. Like every time you see a young player on the scene, it's always a winger, a striker, a young midfielder, but very rarely a defender. So I can see why the 70 million price tag is there, but there's also the fact that the Premier League money, I think, is the biggest factor. I mean, to be honest, I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe the guy is pushing for a move because the money that's being offered from Chelsea is significantly more than at Leicester. And if you're his age, when you just broke your leg, like you kind of have to take that offer because nothing is guaranteed, especially after an injury like that. So we'll see how he does. So I mean, I really don't know.
So do you think it's a good or bad move? 70 mil for this dude?
I think it's a risky move. I can't say it's good or bad because if everybody's saying he's one of the most talented defenders in the Premier League is obviously a great league. I don't think it's a bad price, but obviously if he turns out to be a flop, then that's where things look bad. But we'll just have to see how he performs.
All right, let me take some debates, man. Shout out to your boy Elsie. How has it turned into the men's beauty pageants? Because, Casey, I want people to feel self-empowered and self-entitled, okay? I preach there's beauty in all of us, man.
I like the new trim you have. I like the new trim.
Hey, thank you, man. Daddy issues. Bayern is so... Oh, just fucking dude. It's so relevant. They won an 8-2-6-2 pool treble in the same year, and France football was like, you only deserve a plate, no Ballon d'Or. I'm actually afraid to see. Do you think? What does daddy issues look like? I don't think he's actually a human being.
Well, he probably is like some 17-year-old kid.
He has to be older because he has way too much money to be spending.
Wait. Why older, bro? Haven't you heard those videos? Bro, there was a story where like this kid got hold of their parents' like credit card on this like video game. and ran up the bill to like thousands or
Okay, but
1,000.
this guy has been paying for your entire rent for the past like 6 months.
But let's be honest. Let's be honest. This is true.
Nobody
And
donates
that the
more
issues
than
we
me,
love
man.
you, bro. I mean, even if I say the funny thing, you and Talents FC, I tell you, especially you two, don't.
This is
I love
Daddy Oos. Daddy Oos is your oil prince. He's your Saudi oil. This is what he is.
It's just ironic because he's a Barca fan.
Oh man. Continue. Okay, yeah, I will respond to you on Twitter. I'll respond to you because we might be a bit full up for this show. We might be full. I'll respond to you on Twitter, bro. David T. Fofana costs more than UCL winning Thiago Silva. David, look, it is what it is. He's who. David T. I don't know what you're trying to add to that AVI there and so forth, bro. So let's not put that into the ether. CFC making Glazer type signings, no flags there. Worry about Southampton. I dare you after that Liverpool win to drop an L to Southampton. Worry about Southampton away. Thank you. Let's see. What happened to Abdullah? Look, people come in and out. That's the thing of the football house. People come in, they come out, and so forth. So, but he's around though. He's around, I think. But shout out to Abdul, man. Casey. So Caliban needs 70 million centre backs for goals. Hashtag Arch, hashtag Mount, hashtag Kai, hashtag I said Xavi would win the treble in this season. Let's hope it does. QCA. Jorge Mendes pushing CR37 to Napoli. Osimhen, we'll get to that, bro. We'll get to that very soon. LSK Laxem. Love the new trim HH. Hey, thank you. Personally, you should try a come over. Might suit you. Okay. Shout outs to hashtag Ballon Benz. Also, can you induct Lansley Lachelle to Class B and check him into the Siberian hospital? Man's injured again. Now,
Yep.
I don't know how true this is. I put out a tweet that said, I think Martial can cook under Ten Hag. And about a few moments later, Ten Hag had the press conference announcing he was injured. Now, look, I mean, I just think that, I call that a coincidence, not a jinx. I call that a coincidence, bro. But let's get Laxon. So it seems like you're back at United, man. Look, it's funny. United loans must stop. Stick to your club. Stay with your club. The loan window has ended.
Bro, my club sent me on loan.
Who? Also,
Real Madrid. Real Madrid sent me on loan because they're too full.
Oh, you see? Do you see what you've done? Actual Madrid fans now have to go out on loan, man. Look at this.
Exactly. Where I'm back at Osasuna and we lost today. What is this?
All right, let's get this. Yes, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Antony. What happens, bro? So did you see Fab's breakdown? So I mean, but look, it's a lot of stuff to read. So I'm gonna just take out the best stuff. So this is from one of the things. So why did Ajax not want to let you go? I'm not asking Ajax to release me. I'm asking Ajax to sell me with the highest bid ever for an Eredivisie player. I've been insisting on this theme since February so that the club could rebuild a team with peace of mind. You see, this is like a very likely scenario, yes, because it's like, look, player wants to leave. Player also wants to respect the club he plays for. So player wants to say, yo, I want to leave, but I also want to give you to compensate you for me leaving as your best player, star player. I want to make sure that you get as much cash and cheddar as possible. So to yes, so that's you say what though? I mean, do you believe this deal can happen? Or do you think I said, look, we've already given you Alejandro Martinez, we lost De Jong, we lost all of these guys. We're standing firm and we're keeping our best player, keeping in mind that we're in a group in which we could physically go through. Ajax with Antony can come through that group with Liverpool and Napoli. Without him, it's tricky.
I don't. Okay, so this is what I believe is happening. I think Ajax know how desperate Man United is, and like any other, it's like I would have done the same thing. They want to squeeze as much as they possibly can because they know that how Man United are desperate. So, for me, I just don't understand what Ajax want. They asked for 80 million. Man United bid 80 mil. Then they came back. We offered them 90 mil. They rejected it. I mean, if we offer 100 mil and they reject that too, it's like I don't. So because Ajax is like, it's like Ajax are trying to. And one thing I realize is every football club are thugs. That's just what they are. Everyone is out for their own interest. So Ajax are saying, "Oh, this is 5 days left in the transfer market. You guys came so late. We don't have a replacement." But the replacement they want is Hakim Ziyech. Chelsea knows that the more Man United increases the money for Antony, they will increase that money for Hakim Ziyech. And they will increase, and everybody's watching this because this is live television right now. Everyone is looking at, okay, he was worth 50 mil. He was worth 60 mil. You asked for 80. You asked for 90. You're asking for 100. So when you're coming for the replacement of Antony, whoever that is, people want that cheddar. They want that 50. They want that 60 for a player that was worth 25. So I don't understand. Ajax in a situation where they want to have their cake and eat it. Is at the end of the day, you are a selling club. This is what you do.
Well, hold up. Maybe they're saying now we don't like that label. People assume that's us, but I say, no, wait a minute, we're not Dortmund. We have more heritage than Dortmund Football Club. I know we want to stand firm and say, nah. We are in a UCL group in which we think we can come through. Without Antony, we don't come through that group. With Antony, we can probably come through that group. So let's give ourselves the best sporting chance of saying what's up. No, but see, yes, I'm also with you. See, I thought that they'd accept 990 mil. I was like, bro. So the fact that they've rejected, if they rejected 90 mil, I mean, what, are you going to go up to 100?
No, because like, I understand what you're saying, HH, but they're not. Ajax are not like any other club. This is what they take pride in, the fact that they sell their players. They bring in players, they sell them for high, they develop. That is the ethos of Ajax. That, like, for them for a long time, that's their history. This is what they're known for, irrespective if they're being. Obviously, they want to be competitive every. But for them, that is their model. But for now, them to say, okay, we're gonna keep Antony, which is not even worth, even I would say max, if you push me to max, 45 mil. 45 mil is the most I would ever go for Antony. For a guy that's, in my general opinion, worth 45, if someone is offering you 90 mil, you take it, you run with it. You don't turn it down. Okay, take the money first, get the money, sell the player, and then go for your replacement. What I just trying to do is they're trying to line up a replacement, trying to negotiate to get a cheap replacement. But everybody know you're negotiating with Man United for over 100 mil, for about 100 mil. So like, no one's stupid here. Like Chelsea right now, Hakim Ziyech was off. I think there was available in the market for like even for 15 mil. But because of Ajax and negotiating with United and turning down an 80 million pound bid, they say, wait a minute. No, we're not selling Hakim Ziyech for 15. We're going to sell him for at least 45. So it's like, I don't know what game Ajax is trying to play, but it's... I
think because before I come to Ricardo, I think we're just making... You're just shoving this label that Ajax is selling club, Ajax is selling club. For me, I feel that label deserves to be put on Dortmund. I think Dortmund have embraced that label. I think, let's be real, Ajax is Ajax. You know, I think Ajax, this is the land of Cruyff and so forth. So I think Ajax have a lot more history than them from the academy and so forth than Dortmund. I think Dortmund have 100% said, this is a business. This is fully a business. Ajax realized the realities of like, we do need to balance the books and so forth, but we still want to be competitive. And also you're missing the key points here. Like Dortmund ain't coming to that group. That group that Ajax are in with Liverpool, it's close.
But
without Antony, they're not. Then it's not playing on Liverpool. With Antony, that could be the difference of them making it out of that group or not making it out of that group.
No. But you're looking at it as a footballing. You're looking at it in a footballing mind. But you also have to look at the business. This is the Eredivisie. This is the Netherlands.
No. Yes, if it's a business.
No, but what I mean is like,
then why did they accept the 90 mil?
No, but then that's because they what they believe generally. This is the discussion they have in the boardroom. Manchester United 110% are come back and offer 100 mil. Let's see how far we can push this. Legit. It is that's what they 100% they're gambling on that. In my general opinion, it is inconceivable for a club like Ajax to not accept a 9. It doesn't make any sense because you're not gonna get that money ever. Now, tell me a time where they'll ever get that money for any of their players.
I think, okay, look, Ricardo, talk to me. I mean, where you are with this whole thing? Look, Antony, he wants to leave, and he's saying, bro, 90 mil, take the freaking money. So I do think Ajax was playing a game of like, bro, we know how rich these guys are. We know, as we said before, this is Premier League money. They have the freaking money. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep pushing. Let's keep pushing.
Yeah, I mean, this is a connection to what I was I said last, right? Yeah, it's really basic negotiation. We have a player here that wants to leave, and the club is not on the same idea. Now they know Manchester not only whether or not the Premier League pumps so much money into these teams. Everybody knows Manchester United has money. Period. So you add the fact that Premier League even pumps even more money. They're going to look to fleece a club for a player they don't want to get rid of. Now, I mean, words are words. The player is going to say what he's going to say. He said that he's asked from time if he could leave the club to, like, I believe he said to the highest bidder. Yeah. And right now the highest bidder is Manchester United. Now, it would be very unfortunate that the club didn't. I mean, at the end of the day, we don't know if that was actually promised, rather than Antony just said, this is what I wish. Now, that doesn't mean that Ajax has to obey to those demands that he's asking for, but if he's starting to put a lot more pressure now on Ajax to have him sold because now he's not showing up to training and whatnot, I have to side with Ajax more. Because if you were this adamant on leaving, you should have done it far earlier in the transfer window, giving your club more time to find a replacement. But now that if you want to do it like 5 days before, you can't. I mean, you can act like a brat, but it's not going to work out for you. But I see why Ajax doesn't want to sell now. What Yasir is saying that maybe they're waiting on Manchester United to fold and then offer an extraordinary amount of money that they cannot refuse. That may be the play, and I wouldn't be surprised if that is the play. But I think perhaps in Ajax's point of view is that the amount of money that is being offered is not sufficient based on what they believe they can achieve this season with Antony, and maybe double down on what the player he is worth. Because I would agree that Antony is definitely not worth 90 million. Some of the rumors are saying 100 million. He's definitely not worth that. But then again, we're talking about the Premier League that has inflated pretty much the market, and so they're kind of in a position. I think Ajax has all the leverage here. So. I mean, I think they're in the right, in my opinion.
No, but let me just say quickly. Because Man United coming in so late, that's why Man United is bidding 90 mil. One thing I don't understand is money talks. Money is money. Sometimes some clubs, in my general opinion, when certain money comes into, you don't get that money, bro. You don't get that money for your players. You simply don't. So that's why Ajax are willing to sell their players, because they know. They look at the profit margin. We're talking about Bayern Munich in a situation right now where they can't even compete with Premier League clubs, let alone Ajax. So I understand they're saying, oh, there's 5 days left. We don't want to sell our play, yada, yada. But guess what? We're giving you 90 mil. Because we're coming in 5 days late, we're giving you 90 mil. And yet you're saying, what? So for me, it's like, it doesn't make sense because Antony's Brazilian. Like, does he even start for Brazil? Who knows? You have Rafinha.
Well, he's up in Napoli. Let me bring in Eric. Talk to me like, so this whole Antony saga and so forth. I mean, 90 mil bid today by United. Ajax rejected it. Antony wants to leave and is wondering, bro, Ajax, why don't you want to accept this whole 90 mil? So do you think it's a case of like Ajax just say, look, man, we know Premier League guys have cheddar. They have that money. Let's keep pushing 100, 110, 120, 130, 160, 170. Hey, let's break the record. 250.
Yeah, look, for me, it's crazy. It's ridiculous. I don't know what Ajax wants. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't know why you think you can you need to what's the phrase? What's the phrase they say? When you need to know when you've hit your limits. You know, you can't just keep pushing it and thinking that you just keep, you know. So for me, that's a fantastic deal for Ajax. You just accept it, move on. Antony is not the kind of player that you need to try and force, you know, the issue and keep asking for more money. It doesn't make any sense.
90 minutes is a lot, man.
And imagine how the player feels. Like you can talk everything, say everything was about, Antony and the way he's behaving, but look at the way the club are behaving towards him. Why are they trying to force him to stay and trying to price him out? So for me, yeah, okay, he's not being as professional, but if I was in his position, I'd probably do the same thing. I'd probably try and force the move because it doesn't make any sense.
No, but my thing is that, you know what I always say about this thing? Okay, okay, for whatever reason, we reject it. You're still under contract.
Yeah,
you
that's
signed
true.
the contract, you're under contract, so therefore you have to. So everybody has the freedom to want to leave, of course. But a contract is a contract. So I asked her what within the rights for whatever reason, whether it doesn't make financial sense that no, sorry, we want to keep you because we just want to keep you and we want you to honor your contracts. And once that is up, you have to honor your contract. So Ajax are not obliged. They're not obliged to sell and accept. Because at the end of the day, it's two things: business and being competitive in a sporting sense. So we don't know what Ajax's books are like and so forth, because from the outside it's like, bro, 90 mil, take it. But I have to say, no, financially we can survive without having to take 90 mil. But also we want to now say what's up competitively. So it's what it is.
Remember what you say about Lewandowski, though. You don't want to ever keep an unhappy player.
Exactly. So it doesn't make any. Honestly, why risk it? Why risk United pulling out of the deal?
No. Lewandowski was particularly angry based on how he felt wronged by Bayern. This is a totally different situation than the Lewandowski one. So
no, but at the same time, Lewandowski should have been professional. He was under contract, right?
Yeah.
So it still applies because if you're under contract, you just do your job, right? And you don't complain too much. You're being paid by the club. You stay. You work hard, and you do what you're supposed to do. You do what you're told. But that's not how it works. We know that's not how it works nowadays. So for me, that isn't even like that. That's just not how it works. Players are able to, they have all the leverage.
Yeah.
So I don't know what Ajax are trying to do with that, but that's the number one thing. Like even at the very least, like you cannot possibly think it is worth the risk to keep someone who's not happy, who doesn't want to stay. It's not going to work.
Mike, what are you saying about this whole deal, bro?
This is an interesting one. I have to be honest. Doesn't Ajax have more Champions Leagues than Manchester United? I think they do. They have 4 Champions Leagues. Ajax are well in their right to negotiate and to decline Man United's offer. If they deem that, hey, you know what, we want to keep Antony for 1 more year, he's going to play good at the World Cup with Brazil, his value will keep going up, maybe that's what they're thinking. I don't know what Edwin van der Sar, who's obviously the CEO of Ajax, is really thinking in this situation. If he knew that the player was unhappy and he wanted to move, you got to move him. HH, like you say, you can't keep an unhappy player. And clearly, Antony is unhappy. He doesn't show up to training. He's been fined for not showing up to training, not even in the squad. So, I don't know what Ajax are doing in this situation, but I fully agree that Ajax should be well in their right to decline any offer until they see a value. And probably the value is 100 million, which would be crazy.
Oh, no, because see, my thing, I've got an ace in the hole. No keep an unhappy player. Cool. What's happening in November?
World Cup.
So is it in your best interest now after November? But is it in your best interest to sulk and not play well when you know that you're trying to get into a very, very competitive Brazil side who have a chance to win the World Cup? So whatever the case may be, Antony is going to knuckle down and try to prove to Tite that, hey, I deserve to start ahead of Rafinha. I deserve to be in this freaking team. So for me, I actually know that no matter what happens and so forth, at least for this first half of the season before November, Antony is going to ball out because he's trying to prove to Tite that I need to start for the World Cup. It is not in Antony's best interest to start sulking before the World Cup. If you do it, you ain't starting, bro.
and he's showing his attitude. I mean, his age a little bit. Antony, he's 22 years old. He's acting like a little bit of a spoiled child here. Like, come on, you just honor the contract, and Ajax will deal with the situation.
Come on, bro.
Right?
Come on, man.
Ajax,
Like
no,
Sterling
because-
did the same thing. Is that
yeah,
why?
of course.
Because
Wait,
the
yes,
Sterling
yes,
thing,
yes,
huh?
Yes, sir. Wait, yeah, wait, yes, sir. So Ajax understand that they have an unhappy player, but they just want the player to act like a professional. Then they can do this professionally. Hey, all right, we can negotiate, Man United. You have bullied us. We don't want to be bullied. Meet our offer of, I guess, 100 million. Then the player's gone. So I think it's just going to be the case that they're going to offer 100 million and then he's gone.
No, but see, Mike, you see, in a perfect world, yes, always ask professional, but we don't live in a perfect world.
Of course not.
And I think that, if you want to get something done, sometimes you need to be a villain. Sometimes you need to get your hands dirty, and sometimes it needs to be able, because if you're very nice about it, people are like, oh no, you're nice, it's fine. But if you put up a ruckus, you'll be hated, you'll be abused. But that's kind of ruckus maybe what helps you and builds the catalyst for you to say what's up. If Lewandowski played nice, maybe ban, don't do anything. Pogba played nice. He stayed at United far too long. So
Let's not pretend like clubs don't do the same thing. Like clubs are,
Of course.
unprofessional themselves.
Frankie de
So
Jong.
yeah,
Frankie de Jong.
let's not behave like clubs.
Frankie de Jong.
Clubs
He
do
wants
the
to stay.
same thing to players. So it's not a thing about, you have to do this, you have to do that. No, you have to do what's best for yourself. And you too. That's it. Yeah.
So no, what are you saying with this, man? Where do you stand with this whole Antony thing, bro?
I think that the Ajax are making the most out of the situation, right? But the thing is, as we say, he's not in training. He's not happy. He doesn't want to be there, and I think that this if Man United pull out here, I don't think this is good for Ajax. Now, the thing that Ajax are banking on here is that Man United are really, really desperate, so they might not. They might just put in 100 million anyway, because now Martial is injured. Now, what's it called?
Cristiano might be
Ronaldo
leaving.
might leave. Did Ajax reject the deal before or after Ten Hag's press conference?
After. Because Ten Hag's press conference was ending the day, and then when I did the terrace show was when that news broke about the 90 million.
Yeah, that's not smart from Ten Hag that he says that Martial is injured, because then Ajax know then they need it even more, so they're even more desperate. So that's not smart, man. Why would you say that? I don't know. I think Man United are going to pay 100 million for him.
It's like, what's it called? It's like playing chicken, man. You're playing like a game of chicken. That who is going to blink first? Because for Ajax, bro, if United say, nah, you ain't going to fleece us, you've lost out on a huge amount of money. But at the same time, Osuna is right of like, Martial is injured. Cristiano might be on his way out, and he's not even well favored. So you're like, I am banking on their desperation. And we believe that their desperation can go up to 100 mil. It's a gamble.
No, but
it's a gamble, man.
I feel like I don't understand who owns us. It's the Glazers. Glazers are, I'm actually surprised they're even willing to spend 90 million.
Yeah, and they know that there's a new bid coming in for the club from Mr. Radcliffe. So then they know that the Glazers are more desperate.
No, what I mean is like the Man United are very, very slimy in the way where like they know how to manipulate the fan base. The Man United are the type of club that will literally be like, here's 90 mil. And if they reject that, oh, we tried. Oh, well, I mean, we did the best we can. Man United will do that. And that's the thing. I feel like I do not understand. Like, that's what you're dealing with. They're dealing with the same dudes that offered 130 mil for Joao Felix, and they were never gonna get him. Like, we literally said here's 130 mil euros for Joao Felix, and Atletico Madrid looked at it and laughed, absolutely laughed, and be like, "Are you insane?" But Man United, this is what we do. We do PR. So I won't be surprised if Man United actually do walk away and go for Cody Gakpo at this point. I won't be surprised.
And that guy doesn't, because I watched that Rangers PSV game.
I won't be surprised, HH.
No, it's because Man United are in for him. That's on his mind. He's been playing like that since Man United were in for him when Antony rejected him, or Ajax rejected their bid.
All right, so okay, so look, let's. What the? Okay, wait a minute. Daddy issues. I make 170,000 a year minimum HH. Ban is so irrelevant. Okay, do we believe in this?
No, because anyone who makes $170,000 a year doesn't spend their money like this.
Yes, I believe he makes it because unless he doesn't know what to spend it on. If he's living by himself,
okay, no, that is okay. Okay, if you want to reveal, what do you do? And if it's something illegal, don't share it here because I don't want anything to be credited here. So what if it's illegal? Keep it to yourself. If it's illegal, tell us what you do there.
He does all the times.
Ling, please don't put that image in my head. I beg you, please. Believe in Funman, aka Fofana, and Broha, aka Big Bro. Wing, why is there an Mbappe AVI in your thing? Get your ass back to Chelsea. Mbappe. So that's a question. It says, I'll send 200 if I see a year of Dembu's prop HH. Okay, that is, yeah. Deal with you, man. I'll deal. Link, starting a cult for Todd Father. Open your hearts. What the wait, Wing? Are you okay? I mean, Chelsea, Ajax are the only saving grace of Dutch football. Look, when I heard the news broke, I was like, oh, God, these guys are going to accept it. I was like, okay, 90 mil. Okay, this is it. To reject a 90 mil. Antony's worth 90 mil, bro. Look, it's business. It's business.
KC, Real Madrid are the only saving grace of Spanish football, so it is what it is.
And Chelsea are the only saving grace of English football. So it's all fair. KC, Osuna, with or without Antony, Ajax win the league.
Yeah, we have a manager who's taking over for the first time ever as manager.
Yeah, put respect on this like Nistelrooy.
Van Nistelrooy, yeah. Put respect on boy's name.
Of course, you should win the league.
Ajax with 4 European Cups, acting like a big club. Hey, man, look, man, they're swinging through, man. Chelsea boy request, man. Thank you for the Rico. Ajax has money, it doesn't need to sell, and wants to reach far in the UCL. Also, can imagine them being done with Antony since he did the same BS with the Olympics. You see, my thing is that do Ajax need this? You see, we are all assuming that Ajax is selling club. Do Ajax need the money? Because we don't know what their financial books look like. So why are we going past the points of like, wait a minute, we just lost Lisandro Martinez, we've lost De Jong, we've lost Hakim Ziyech, who we now actually want to get back now. Antony we know that he's one of the best players in our team. Because you're missing the point here. People say, oh, he's unhappy. It's a World Cup here. Do you think Antony's not going to sulk in these crucial few months before the World Cup? Hell no. Hell, look at what freaking Neymar is freaking doing at PSG. So if I'm Ajax, it's actually in the best interest to keep Antony, because with Antony, you can definitely get out of that group. And who knows what we can do it in the UCL come the knockout stage, bro.
Well, no, I mean, yeah.
All right, man. Let's Eric.
Look how happy Eric is.
Yeah, no. I'm speaking fluent still. Eric, is this Aubameyang? First of all, do you 30 mil Aubameyang? Come on, like what are Chelsea doing? 30 mil. Like, first of all, I'm hearing 60 mil for Gordon Ramsay. We already have 70 mil for West Fofana. Eric, why is your club not willing to put down 30 mil for Aubameyang when you know we're in desperate need of goals? Because of his age, really?
Honestly, I don't know what the reason is, but I know there's some kind of calculated thing going on there. Maybe part of it is how much we love Barca. Maybe that's what's halting the whole situation, stalling the deal. But I'm not worried about that. I think even if it's 35, just get it done. Aubameyang will help us. He's a good option, short term. Not every signing has to be a long-term signing. Like, we need to have quality for right now. We can move Aubameyang on maybe 2 years from now or something like that, but he would help us a lot for this season, just to solidify that top 4 spot. There's a lot, honestly, there's a lot of things to be done. So when I hear some funny opinions from Chelsea fans, like I was tired of this stuff 2 years ago, but some things Chelsea fans say is just myopic, man.
Briefly share some of the madness that you've heard from Chelsea fans regarding to this whole Aubameyang thing.
I mean, maybe not Aubameyang specifically, even though there are people who say they don't want him. I get it, he's too old. He's not like
Too
people have
old.
to.
How old is
People have
Benzema?
to. Yeah, people have to consider the fact that yes, I get the arrogance and the pride of being a Chelsea fan. This is Chelsea. We can't be doing certain things. We have to look a certain way.
Man.
But you have to just be honest, and you have to be smart. There's a way you.
Eric, beggars can't be choosers.
Yeah, look, for me,
beggars can be choosers. Chelsea are desperate for a goal scorer.
We're still, yeah, 100%. We're competing, just in a different way. We're not going to win the title, most likely. Not that we won't try. Of course, we'll try. We'll always
they're
try.
obviously not winning the title.
Ricardo, can you mute your mic?
Mute your mic. So, yeah. So look, for me, Aubameyang is a sensible signing. Just get it done. I think. Let me just, before I continue, let me just say this. Jesus would do very well to match what Aubameyang has actually done for Arsenal. I think Arsenal fans forgot what he did for them. Look, just sign him. In terms of the other guy from Everton, I don't know what that's about. That's not my. I'm not interested.
That's fake news.
It's the English Antony.
It's fake news. It's fake news.
I don't know what's happening there. I couldn't tell you about that one. And then who's the last person we are linked to? Fofana. I don't know if.
Apparently it's done. 70 mil for six years.
You know what? 70 mil for 6 years. That makes a lot of sense for me. That's actually a really good deal.
6 years
is a really, really good. Like, especially depending on what happens, Fofana can be sold. He has sell-on, value. He's young. He's very young.
A guy that came from a horror injury.
Yeah, but he still has sell-on value. Honestly, you can still sell him on. Hopefully, he recovers well from that injury. I mean, we saw Rudiger had a bad injury under Lampard, and he came back. Obviously, he's a different age, but I'm not worried about that. And when you think about 70 mil for 6 years, 70 mil for 6 years for somebody like Fofana makes a lot more sense than 70 mil for 6 years for Kepa, right? So, yeah.
7 years, right? Yeah.
I think it's 6. We started in like 2018. Yeah, look, let's not talk about Kepa. Yeah, so for me, Fofana is a risk. It's a big risk. I already said how many times I'm not happy with it, but it's not too bad, especially when you think about it. 6 years, it makes a lot of sense. So that's fine for me. Hopefully he can. People are telling me, oh, people make it look like you just slot him in and everything is perfect. Like, I understand there are going to be problems, and I understand how this fan base behaves. He has one bad game, everybody wants to put him in the bin. So, let's just keep watching. Let's hope he does well. And for me, we need to just be
So what do you think about Aubameyang, Chelsea, man? We need a goal scorer, but we need a goal scorer. I mean, it's like, I don't care about age and so forth. We need a goal scorer. Beggars can't be choosers. We're desperate, and Chelsea can't go into a season with Havertz, Mount, and Sterling as a front line. That can't happen.
I mean, I agree that you need a striker. The thing is, I don't know if Chelsea are actually going to get Aubameyang now. It seems like Barca are being really stuck up about this price of 30 million, and I don't think Chelsea want to pay 30 million. So.
Okay, Eric, would you, if it's 30 mil, take it or leave it? Should Chelsea do the 30 or try to fight for the 20 or 25?
We should try to get as low a price as possible, but 30 mil, I would go for 30 mil. Even 35.
Eric saying, I'm going for 30. If it's 32, Chelsea would be stupid to try to be, because again, Chelsea, you're not in a strong bargaining position. You're not. You know you're desperate for a clinical finisher, and with the guys you have at your club, those guys are not clinical finishers. So if Chelsea pull out of this because of you don't want to pay 30 mil, that would be incredibly stupid. Sorry, back to you, bro.
Yeah. But the thing is, I don't get why you want Aubameyang still, man. There's so many other strikers in the world.
More money. I hate whenever guys do this. Also, now, please tell me, who could Chelsea realistically, don't give me any name, who could Chelsea realistically get that is a better option than Aubameyang?
Realistically,
Ronaldo.
Well, that one too. You should have started with getting Nkunku at the start of the summer, in my opinion, who was available. In my opinion, you should have gone for. There was
Victor
always
Osimhen.
Victor Osimhen. Yes.
Yeah, he's available. Like the Napoli
is,
said, they willing
again,
to sell him.
No, no.
Available.
I'm saying, okay, that's all water under the bridge. Chelsea messed up. Could have gone for guys earlier on. As of right now, 26th of August.
Who did Newcastle just buy?
Isaac.
Isaac.
HH, why did you guys go for Ivan Toney?
Tony,
Premier League tax.
We could have gone for Tony, to be fair.
Tony's
But
a good,
the
Tony
money-
would
the
actually
money-
fit well.
All
not
of
for
these
sale, bro.
strikers
He's not
are
for
better
sale.
than Aubameyang.
They're gonna get
All of
fleeced,
them.
man. They're gonna get fleeced.
I mean, for like 15 mil, like it's worth it, right?
Well,
He's a young player.
Ivan Toney, they're gonna cost them at least like fucking 80 mil.
Bro,
Nah.
in my opinion,
Premier League tax, man.
what
That's
Chelsea should
ridiculous.
do for me, what actually for me is their best move. 1 year Cristiano, then go for a striker next year at the beginning of the summer. Because at least for a year, you're going to have a striker that you know is going to score.
No, they're not smart, bro. They're not smart, bro.
I don't know, man.
No.
I don't know.
I mean,
Aubameyang is not the move. You're going to have him in Class B at the Brick Academy within 2 months.
HH.
So for me,
he's not.
I'm sorry, but I'm taking Aubameyang over Ivan Toney.
but it's like stylistically the way he plays. Do you really think he's the type of guy
Yeah.
to win headers from crosses from Reece James? He's not.
No.
Of course, it's not about head.
It's somebody to play alongside and combine well with Sterling and Mount. Or
Yeah,
with
but who will
Havertz
hold up the
and
play?
so
Like,
forth.
who's your Firmino? Who is
We're not
your
holding
Martial?
That's not how Chelsea.
I don't know why you keep
Lukaku?
asking
Who's
these
the
funny
Lukaku?
questions, man. We don't. There's no hold up play going on here. We don't do hold
That's
up play.
because basically what Chelsea had was with Timo. Just Timo Werner, it was trash. But is that kind of mobile kind of a striker? So there's no like targets man, hold up play, roots one kind of dude. So yeah, they the guy who
that doesn't
is
work.
more mobile.
That has proven that under Tuchel with Chelsea, it does not work.
Mate, no, I want a 4-3-3. But this clown is still sticking to it.
No, hold on. Let's check
I'm trying to work with what this guy Tuchel wants, bro.
I don't know what Yasser means when he said that doesn't work, because I don't know how many times you've seen us play that style and it hasn't worked. The last time we played it, we won the Champions League. Yes, we didn't score enough goals, but I don't know what you got. It doesn't work for me. If anything, the whole play is what hasn't worked.
But Eric, you said you haven't scored enough goals. But then isn't that a problem?
Yeah, but
that you want to
of
score
course it's
more
a problem.
goals?
Yeah, it's a problem, but it doesn't have to do with the way we're trying to play. It's not nothing to do with hold up play or not playing hold up play. Like it's the players and them, making the right decisions when they get into the box. It's not about someone has to be the big man up front to chest the ball down.
I'm gonna ask you a simple question. If Aubameyang's problem specifically at Arsenal was that there was no one that created chance for him, what makes you think that the same problem will not happen? Aubameyang is not the type of player to take a ball, dribble past 3, 4, 5, 6 players, and dink the keeper. He might have back in the days, maybe, but not now. So
there are still problems. Don't get it twisted. There are a lot of problems, but Aubameyang will score more chances from what we do create
fair enough.
than the other players. That's the main thing.
No. I like Aubameyang.
Precisely, and that's the key thing, because my thing is that you have to deal with what you have right now. Aubameyang is much more of a clinical finisher than
He's not clinical.
Mount. Ricardo, in comparison to Mount, Havertz, and Sterling, it is what it is. I wanted the ski. I wanted the ski, but I didn't get the freaking ski, did I?
Who got the ski?
All I'm saying is we have to wait and see, we have to see it happen. I feel like we can make all these predictions, but Thomas Tuchel has to make it work. Something that's theoretical, it has to be practical.
He obviously wants Aubameyang because he's worked with him before.
No, I'm not having this. He worked with Pulisic too. Come on, guys. I'm not having this nonsense that you work with.
Things will do best. Shout out to David T. The reason why is, who do Chelsea have to feed Aubameyang? Nobody. He'll be starving. They'll be using his match comps for a UN Save the Children ad. Okay, look, here's the thing. Eric, do you want to respond to this? I don't know.
Yeah, let's move on to the next. Let's move on to.
I saw your tweet though. I saw your tweet. Like Pedro was
no,
nice.
you didn't.
Pedro was nice for Chelsea. Pedro on one end, Willian on the other end. You had a midfield. You have Fabregas. Bro, Fabregas is. I'm telling you, he's still one of the most underrated Chelsea players.
All right, thank you. Yes,
telling
okay,
you.
thank you. Mutual Mike, thank you.
Chelsea.
I sell stuff to Chelsea and United. That's my job, HH.
Huh?
Okay.
Huh?
Maybe I don't want to go in deeper there, but okay, all right. Casey, arrogance of Chelsea fan. Before that well-earned money, you were literal rent boys. Fewer legal leagues than Portsmouth, Burnley, Spurs, smaller than Spurs. Casey, it's not my fault that during Messi's greatest ever season, Chelsea's 10 men punked you at the Camp Nou and went on to win the UCL in 2012. That's not my fault. It is what it is. I'm sorry. Casey, stop crying, bro. Hassan, big up the panel and HH, hit the like button. Hassan, big you up, bro. Big you up, Hassan. Big you up, baby.
HH, why aren't you discussing about the Russian wonder kid? Because you guys miss Bram so much that you signed a Russian, Zakharyan. He's actually quite decent. I gotta be honest.
No, Mike. I'm sure he's decent, but Mike, I'm a now merchant. I need to win now. I need that treble now.
Well,
I need that EPL now.
Bro,
I need that
you're gonna win
Music
this
Cup
year.
now.
What are you
Mike,
gonna
I
win this
need
year?
the treble today.
Bro,
now,
this is
now,
the same club
now,
that had
now.
Musiala in their grabs and just
KDB
let
and
him go.
Salah.
They did then.
Okay, all right. So guys, let's talk about the goats. Ricardo,
Yes.
can we strike a deal with Napoli? I was trying my hard not to laugh.
HH,
My
why is it funny?
Hold on,
Why is
no,
it
yes,
funny?
yes,
This
we're
is
talking
Champions
about
League talk. This is Champions League
Ricardo.
talk.
Can we strike a deal with Naples, man? Ricardo, time is running out, bro.
We'll go Ronaldo.
Maradona, Ronaldo.
Okay, stop. You see, this is
Maradona, Cristiano Ronaldo.
If Cristiano Ronaldo thinks he's gonna get Maradona love out of
Maradona,
Napoli,
Cristiano Ronaldo. All I'm saying.
he's not getting no Maradona love in Naples. That's for sure. You know what I read something today, and I'm surprised I never thought of this. How I hate talking bad on my goat, man. I hate because he's a good man.
Lies.
Ronaldo, I'm surprised he's stooping to these levels, man. I'm really surprised because when I look at Ronaldo, I think of a born winner, somebody who always wants to win trophies, put himself in the best position. But if you are going to go to a team that's realistically going to compete for Champions League titles, who the hell entertains Napoli? Let's be honest. Who entertains Napoli? So this only leads to one thing, and it's everything that we've ever assumed is that he actually, at this stage of his career, he probably doesn't even care about winning the Champions League. It's more so of that record. If he can get an extra 6 games at minimum just to extend his goal record, to me, I'm sorry, that is shameless. Like, he's not even going to leave Manchester for whatever team just because he thinks he can actually help a team succeed in the Champions League or win the Champions League. He's going just because of his record. So what club is really going to look at that and be like, is this guy playing for the name on the front of the jersey or is he playing for the name on the back of the jersey? And for Napoli, I read some sort of the deals that are being reported. They want 100 million plus Osimhen, and they want Napoli want United to pay 80% of his salary. And Ronaldo, the worst part is
no.
The worst part is that Ronaldo.
That's mafia talk. That's his full-on mafia talk.
No, look, Ronaldo. And the worst part is it's not even a permanent transfer. It's a loan. Oh, who would have thought in big 2022, the Botox 7 would be sent on loan? No, this is bad, man. Like, look, I don't
know why y'all laughing. That's not.
I'm not the biggest fan of the guy, but there is no way somebody as great as Ronaldo is gonna go down like this with this level of desperation. It's just not a good look. I don't care if you love the guy
because
or
I
you
think
hate
look,
him.
see, my thing is that because when that group draw was made, and I saw Maccabi Haifa in PSG's group, Ronaldo was like, whoa, hold it right there. My ultimate record is there, but I don't want that my single season record to get broken or anything like that. So he's like, bro, because I've always said that he is going to find a team. He will not remain at Man United. I've always felt that no, he will find a team. He will find a team, and I still believe that it might be a last day thing. But we have to be realistic. It's like it's just isn't feasible unless he takes he takes a drastic wage cut. It is not really feasible for him to really find a freaking club.
He has literally. I never thought I'd say that. He has no leverage. He has no leverage. What leverage does he have? What leverage? Like, I'm not even saying that. Like, even Yasir, man, like, explain to me, what leverage does Ronaldo have to any club in any of those groups in the group stage? Like, what leverage does he bring that can actually convince a club, like, you know what, we'll take him for 6 games to benefit your personal record?
But it's not even only that. Like, people don't understand the money that Man United pay their players. There's a lot of football clubs that cannot do that, especially Cristiano Ronaldo. Like, it's like you're like 500K or some crazy whatever he's earning is unfathomable. You cannot. There's no club that can afford his wages. So I don't care if you like.
No, but Yassir, what if? Here's my thing: you are desperate. You really want to go. Drop your wages. If you're that desperate, you're going to make sacrifices.
He's not going to.
He's not going to do it. He
because
knows. The reality is,
if you are. This is where I just get confused with Cristiano, because I need to be fully clear here. What do you want the most? Because if you truly want something, you make sacrifices. So you can't have both. What life is about, I really want this, I'm willing to make sacrifices because of this. So if your main priority is UCL football, you have to drop your wages so you can afford. You can't say, "Oh, I have to go to UCL football," but I still want to get paid the same.
Let me ask you a question. I think anybody in the panel can answer, and everybody in the streets can answer. If you are a president of a club that's in the Champions League, and you're not like a Champions League contending club, you're not a Real Madrid, you're not a Bayern Munich, you're not, I don't know, like Man City or whatever. You're just a mid-table, one of these clubs that pretty much gets sent to Europa League, right? Would you take Cristiano Ronaldo knowing that his ambitions is actually not even to win the trophy, rather to extend his goal-scoring record? I'm just saying, would you take him? You think from the club's benefit, would you actually take him?
You would, because I mean, you'd be surprised. You would want to take him because it's Ronaldo. Imagine,
that narrative died when Real Madrid won the Champions League, bro. It's not just on Ronaldo no more.
No, man, fair enough, but he's still the GOAT, right? In some people's eyes. So if someone can say, if a fan of,
Eric, he said in some people's eyes. But Ricardo's question is that for those guys who are making the decisions, do they view him as this is the GOAT and he can come and draft? Because Eric, if that's true, then why don't we have a deal already?
Look, let's not even talk about the financial aspect, because these are the clubs that Rodrigo is talking about. They can't afford even reduced wages, so it's not even like, it's not feasible, it's not real. So I don't know how much we can even talk about a club that is not involved in the Champions League. Having money.
Hold on. Forget about the wages. The wages is not a question. My point is that you have a player that wants to be in the Champions League. I think it's well established that he actually doesn't care about actually winning. That's why he's willing to go to these lower clubs that actually don't have a realistic shot at winning. He's there because he wants to extend his goal record and keep it intact. Yeah. So you as a club, why would you take a player who has one goal and it's not to, I'm sorry, he's not going to play the benefit of the team. He's playing for the benefit of himself because he's gatekeeping a particular record.
But then also, just to add on to what you're saying, one club I thought that he would actually go to was Atletico Madrid. But now the more I think about it, because of Tebas and La Liga's restriction on, the wage thing, whatever, And then I read some stuff about there's like a weird thing going on with Barcelona, Atletico Madrid about Griezmann. No one knows no one knows where the guy is gonna play. Then you look at it, it's like even Atletico Madrid cannot afford this guy. Like they cannot afford his 500K a week wages. So it's like he can't go there. He can't go to Juve because Juve just signed another striker because they're not trying to pay his wages, and he left.
If he goes to Atletico Madrid, it'd be one of the most shameless things he has done out of desperation. Because not only are they rivals of Real Madrid, but I remember those Derby Madrileños. The amount of time the Atletico Madrid fan have insulted his mother, and he still go.
Look, I think the only option for him is PSG. But
Yeah.
it's not gonna
Oh, no,
work. It's not
PSG
gonna
ain't
happen.
happening. PSG ain't happening, bro.
Or Eric, your club. Your
No
club.
chance.
That ship
No.
sailed. That ship
No,
sailed, bro.
No.
That ship sailed long time ago. bro.
Tabi.
That ship sailed. Well,
Come on, Todd.
First of
You
all,
can
I
do
don't.
it, bro.
I don't know who Todd B is. I know who Todd Bowley is. I don't know who Todd B is.
Tabi.
And that ship sailed long ago. That ship sailed long. So that's what, like, look, bro. I mean, okay, look. I asked this again, and I'm going to keep asking this. Ricardo, does he or does he not leave this window?
I need to see that interview first.
Wait, is the interview this week or next week? What is the interview? Because okay, Mike, does he or does he not leave this window?
Who knows? How many clubs has he been linked to this transfer window? Chelsea, Bayern, PSG, Sporting, Atletico, AC Milan, Inter, back to Juventus, Napoli. 9 clubs.
Liverpool.
Well, I guess Liverpool. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this anymore. He just wants to go somewhere where he can score goals. It's a selfish thing for Ronaldo. I can't blame him. He's won everything. What else does he need to do? Just keep on increasing the goal scoring record. Do it.
But my question is, does he or does he not leave this window? Does he
I think
stay
he
in
will.
Europe or does he leave?
He will. I think he'll leave in the last 3 days of the transfer window, similar to last season. I think he's
Also,
gone.
what are you saying? Does he or does he not leave this window?
You're muted.
You're muted. We can't hear you.
Sorry. I think he is going to leave because this is a situation which he said, I have things to say, and with that you're kind of committed to leaving, I assume. At the same time, he has to play on Saturday, so oh my God, it's a mess. I don't know if he should leave. I think at United it could actually be a pretty decent team this season that could make top 4 with Casemiro and Antony. But if he wants to make that goal tally work, as I said, Chelsea is always the move. But if they're not gonna go for him, bro, don't disrespect yourself by going to Napoli, man. If you're going to go somewhere, go to Sporting and actually respectfully end your career, right? Or stage go to Chelsea.
Ronaldo always deserves to be on a team that can realistically win the Champions League.
Exactly.
But if you're stooping to clubs of like Napoli,
Bro,
I mean, come on.
Hey,
go to
respect to
Napoli.
Just for the record, he's good.
Just for the
just
record, bro.
just go.
Ronaldo's
he
better
wins-
than that.
If he wins a Serie A with them, hey, you know,
Yeah, Maradona.
that's
Cristiano
another thing right there.
So does he or does he not leave this window?
I think so, but I just don't know where.
No, I don't know where I'm with. I say he leaves this window, but I don't know where. I mean, yeah. So what do you say? Does he or does he not leave this window?
No, I think he leaves, but I have no idea where he's going.
This is
Like-
really the biggest mystery in football history.
It is.
All I'm gonna say is it's gonna be a shock to where he goes. Like I think people will not grasp, will not understand and actually compute what actually is happening till like after like couple like actually seeing him in that jersey. It's like when Messi actually went to PSG. It just kind of happened all in a storm, and people really didn't click until Messi was in a PSG shirt and like, shit, he's at PSG. So it's a similar thing.
Eric, man, what happens? Does he or does he not leave this window?
I think the end is nigh. Honestly, as I think it's Rodrigo who said, moving back to Lisbon. Honestly, I think the end is very near for Ronaldo. He's almost done. He's gonna get to a point where, what are you paying for? All these, all these wages, all these huge amounts of money. It's not gonna be, nobody's gonna sit and say, oh yeah, I'm gonna pay all this money for this geriatric to, make it all about himself and staying like it's not gonna work. So even if he gets his move, look, I don't think he has much. This World Cup is his last hurrah, man. It's his last, you know, his swan song or whatever you call it. Yeah, he's finished, man. He's finished. Who knows? Who knows? In the words of Pep, it's up to him. What he wants to do. It's up to him. Reduce those wages or you're stuck. That's where I say it.
Your boy Kali, think that up. My club Al Hilal have a good striker who can be good for Chelsea. His name is Darius. A United and Real Madrid fan against Barca registering Kunde.
What do you see talking about?
It's a United and Real Madrid fan against Barca. Oh, sorry. So he's obviously going at Yasia and Osasuna.
For what?
I have no idea, man. That's why it's called Darius.
Bro, people need to understand something.
Darius, worry about
Xavi's my
Xavi.
guy.
Darius, worry about Xavi winning that UCL. I told you I was promised a treble in this year. So worry about him getting that treble.
Xavi's my guy. I want him to succeed, but Hala Madrid.
Ricardo, he can't go out like this, man.
No, not my goal, man. Not my goal. So what I can't understand is like, this is why, as big as an ego Ibrahimovic has, I don't understand why he can't just take the Ibrahimovic route. Like, just be part of the team.
Wait. What's the oldest age a player has gone out on loan?
Was Ibra on a loan?
No, I don't think so. Ibra doesn't.
Isn't it your boy Lukaku?
Actually, Eric, that's your boy as well.
No, it's not. It's not my boy.
Both at 37. I mean, he does like breaking records, so it's not good.
You know, one thing though is it kind of it's very distasteful that how my brothers, my African brothers, are hated on Lukaku. I'm praying on his downfall.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Buffon went on loan to PSG.
No.
Oh yes.
No. His name is not Tudbi. His name is.
Wasn't alone. Buffon wasn't alone, was he?
The way Eric and HH hate on
Actually,
Lukaku.
no.
Mute your mic.
No, Buffon.
You don't want to
Buffon signed as a free agent to PSG.
Oh, okay, he did sign on the loan.
Okay, so guys, let's briefly talk because we're not talking about this on the third hangar, but let's just talk about these draws. So, and people say I will talk about the Europa League draw as well. But first things first, let's talk about the UCL draw. So,
by the way, I slept through it, HH. I didn't see the Europa League.
I mean, you had no business watching.
That's very rude. That is very rude indeed, man. That is very rude indeed. So, guys, we look at this in here, man. You see, here's my thing here. Group A, like,
It's nice,
Mikey. Group A, like, I mean, Mikey, like, don't just assume that Liverpool can still sign because, bro, if Ajax keep Antony, Napoli look pretty good as well. With obviously that's Georgian 21-year-old winger saying what's up. Ibrox is going to be a fortress, bro.
Yeah.
Ibrox will be a fortress.
Scotland versus England, yeah.
So Mike, look at group here. What are you saying?
It ain't gonna be easy, but I expect Liverpool to be first or second in that group. I expect Liverpool and Napoli to qualify. Ajax are not the same squad as last year. They've lost some quality in Gravenberg, Lisandro Martinez, Onana, a lot of quality players leaving. I expect Liverpool to finish first and second. I know Liverpool look terrible. We look like a relegation side at the moment, but I expect us to perform in Champions League nights, especially at Anfield. But at Ibrox, that's going to be very difficult. And if we underestimate Rangers, they can definitely beat us at Ibrox because we haven't been the greatest. Well, except for the last 2 seasons, we've been good in Europe away. But before that, we were terrible. We were losing in Belgrade. We were losing in Naples. We were losing in Paris. So it's going to be tough. I'm not too confident, but I expect Liverpool to be first or second.
Guys, Group B is a joke, man.
That's a Europa
I mean,
League.
what?
Do you
No, 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 no.
Guys,
Do you
what is? No, 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 guys, what is this group?
Do you remember last year when Porto and Atletico had a WWE fight?
But that's what I'm saying. Like
the end.
people, Group B will be very fascinating because it's Atletico Madrid. Do you guys think Atletico Madrid is gonna run through this group? What?
Yeah.
Nope.
I know. I dare. No. I dare Simeone not to make it through. This.
No, he will make it, but he's gonna make it harder on himself. Atletico Madrid will make it harder on themselves, and then it's gonna be entertaining. That's all I'm gonna say.
Look, I said that should really be Atleti and Porto, man. Ricardo, are you scared?
No, I'm not scared. I'm actually satisfied with the group.
Wait, hold on, no, Ricardo. If I dare you not to put respect on Victoria Pilsen, I dare you not to put respect on Victoria Pilsen.
All right, look. Let's be honest.
Wait, Ricardo. I didn't crack a joke. What the hell?
Look, come on.
Do you know who Victoria Pilsen are? The heck?
I know Queen Victoria,
Where are they even located? What country?
Czech Republic.
Czech Republic, right?
There you go.
No, I'm actually excited for this group if I'm being honest because
Lies.
I'd rather Barcelona play actual like
Lies.
contender competition, which will be Bayern Munich. I will say that who on Bayern Munich really does scare me. More so the midfield because defensively they aren't that great. The attack obviously is good; it's fluid. I do think Bayern will finish the group first, and Barcelona will follow second. Inter Milan, I mean, they just lost today.
Lukaku was
it's a little
terrible,
bit
by the
shaky.
way.
Those Italian teams, man, like I don't know to be honest, but I think Bayern and Barca will comfortably go through. And the reason I'll say this is because if Barcelona qualify as second, the only teams I would see for them to try to avoid is Man City and PSG, who I think they will finish first in their group. But obviously, Bayern being in the same group, you wouldn't have to worry about them in the knockout rounds. So maybe I guess quarters by some weird reason. But I'm satisfied with the group because I think they will go through as second. But I think playing Bayern could actually show us where Barcelona actually stand.
Chances of ace to being repeated.
That's pretty slim.
Group D, which doesn't stand for the group of death. This stands for the group of Conte, I dare you. Conte, I dare you. Eric, no, hold up, Eric, I dare Conte. I should no, Eric, hold up. You speak fluent UCL. Let's bring Yasser here. Yasser, I dare Conte in this group. I dare him.
HH, like Biaston.
Yasser, I dare. Yasser, I don't think Yasser, I dare him.
HH, the last time, like I remember this game. I loved, I missed the Champions League, man. Fuck. Man, and what, guys? I was watching the Inter Milan. Shocked at the next game? The last day, it was the last match day. I was watching that game, and I remember when Alexis Sanchez shot. Well, Alexis Sanchez shot the ball, right, and it was going in, and it hit the forehead. It hit the head of Lukaku, and if that goal went in, they would have went through. And not only that, they dropped down to they didn't even qualify for Europa League. They finished fourth. Inter Milan finished fourth from a group of Real Madrid, of course, but you have Borussia Mönchengladbach and you had Shakhtar Donetsk. How?
Yasser, thank you for the history lesson. Now let's talk about 2022. I dare Conte to not make it through this group.
But Conte will sabotage on purpose. I can almost guarantee. I feel like he does this on purpose.
Yasser, if he does, then resign.
No.
Then either resign or I'll report him. I will snitch on him.
I genuinely feel like he doesn't respect the European competition. It has to be. At this moment in time, I genuinely believe he does it on purpose. Like that's just my opinion.
Okay. Let's now go to the legit winners. Eric, talk to me, man. Eric, the payments came through. Eric, this is a good group. Apart from AC Milan, Eric, I mean disrespect to Salt and Zag. Eric, come on, bro.
Yeah, I actually thought it was RB Leipzig, and then I remember that they didn't.
Eric, this is nonsense, HE. Eric. This is nonsense.
I was thinking we're gonna play Werner. No, look, it's a good group. I think it's going to be difficult. It's always difficult.
Yes,
Chelsea tends to
yes.
make things difficult for ourselves anyway. But I like the narrative with that Milan match. It's going to be both games are going to be very interesting.
Oh yes, Tomori.
Yeah, Tomori,
Tomorrow.
Giroud.
And also potentially Chalobah. Because
Yeah,
Chalobah is linked with Milan
maybe.
or
Yeah.
Inter as well. So
I hope he
and
doesn't
Giroud.
leave, but
no,
Giroud, yeah.
no. Chalobah is leaving because of Fofana. Because he said like if Fofana comes in, he said that he's out.
Okay, you know what? Fair enough. Like he can do whatever he wants, but for me, it's not very wise unless you can do what Tomori did and actually get a team where you can start for week in, week out. Why would you want to leave Chelsea, right?
Okay,
But
okay.
moving back to I think
Do
it's going to be a
Chelsea
good.
top group or come second?
Honestly,
Milan will
I'm
be hard.
surprised
Milan
if
will be hard.
I
Bro.
think you know what I have to be honest. I think Milan will top the group, and I think Chelsea will finish second. But who knows, man? Depending on what we look like at the end of the window, who knows
Huh?
what happens.
Huh? You repeat that. I'm gonna tell you. Finish what? Second?
Yeah, I think we'll finish second. Yeah. Look, we finished second. The last, it's not even people making it such a big deal of finishing first or second. It doesn't, we finished first before and got to top. When we got beaten by Bayern, right, in 2019, we finished first, and we still got Bayern. So sometimes it works against you. It is what it is,
Also, no, talk to me, man. Madrid, Leipzig, Shakhtar, Celtic. Easy as pecan pie.
Shakhtar again.
Bro, I don't know what this group is. It's we
It's
we
easy.
might
No,
get
I know what it is. Come on, this is easy pickings, bro.
we might get record points. We might get record goals here because this is I don't think we've ever had a worse group than this.
But remember,
it's-
Sheriff did say what's up to you, though. Shout out to Sheriff did say what's up to you.
That's true. So
Yeah, they're in
and
the same group as us.
notoriously we are terrible in the group. So maybe we would even come second to Leipzig if something goes wrong. But I think it's going to be an easy first place, 16 points, one draw away at Leipzig or Celtic or something like that. The only problem I have is that we have to go to Shakhtar Donetsk again.
Yes.
And let me just check when we are playing them. Because
Well,
we've
actually,
had to-
wait, hold
They're
up.
playing
Maybe
in
not,
Poland.
though.
They're playing in Poland.
There we go. Yes, they're in Poland because Ukraine tax. So.
Still,
Yeah,
Poland is
Shakhtar
actually
Donetsk.
pretty far from Spain. Still, that's a long trip. Let me just check which match we have afterwards because no, in this year, please.
The schedule isn't out yet.
Oh, the schedule's not out?
Is the schedule up or is it not up yet?
No, it's not. It comes out.
Oh, if
tomorrow.
it's not out, okay. But
Okay, that
if
should
it's
come out.
before a big game of ours and we have to go to Poland and then travel back again, because I think last year we lost after we went to Shakhtar. So it's going to be, and also going to Celtic is also very far. So it's going to be a very long trip. So I think that's going to be the only struggle of the group. But otherwise, we should be coming out of this very comfortable. I'm
All
just
right.
sad that we didn't get any fun games. I'm just gonna be like, okay, I
You got
guess.
Timo Werner. All is good.
Oh, okay, so City cheating again. Have City ever had a tough group? No.
No.
Well, last
No.
year you could say.
Yeah, last year.
No. Let me debunk that. That was a depleted Leipzig that got their they sold their coach, they sold their captain and the center back, both of their center backs. Come on, I'm not having the Man City that had a tough group last season. I'm not having that. Nonsense.
But what I want to know is why they keep getting
Dortmund.
dubbed the favorite. But why do they keep getting dubbed and why are they always the favorites when they don't do anything?
Look, man,
I said this last time and I was called a fraud.
Eric. If you ask me again, I still put them as favorites. I don't know. I keep doing it. Okay, guys, this is why Cristiano is leaving this window.
Maccabi.
This is why he's leaving this
Haifa.
window
Haifa.
because not only Messi, Mbappe could breastfeed.
Actually, why does he go to Maccabi Haifa? He's there in the Champions League, right? Why doesn't he go there?
Yeah, he can play a net when
Yeah.
he's playing PSG.
He's not going to Maccabi Haifa. Okay, so guys, do PSG get maximum points here and do they pump everyone? Because, bro, I don't even say anything to you. I mean, Juve, bro.
I think they'll tie Juve at what's it called in Turin.
Turin.
Yeah, because
Are you sure?
because I'm looking at Juve's team. I just took this in. Juve, they signed Di Maria, quality player. a little bit older,
Injured.
quality
Have
player.
you seen them play,
Injured.
Ricardo?
No, wait, hold on.
Alright, go ahead.
They're gonna get Leandro Paredes, decent player,
Yeah.
great passer of the ball. They have Vlahovic.
Oh,
Maybe Pogba will be back. Okay, never mind. PSG are beating them.
you know, I don't think they make out of the group. HH. I don't think
Who?
Juve make out of the group.
I was trying to be. I was trying to.
I
sell
wouldn't
competition.
be shocked.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be shocked.
I think they might be shocked because like this season is different than any other season because I think you guys are playing 2 Champions League games like in back to back.
Yeah, no. It's going to be
so-
hectic. No, because
Yeah.
all the group games will be finished before the World Cup, man. So it's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
So guys, because I'm fair, let's honor Yasia. Let's look at the Europa League.
Whoa.
So guys, shout out
uh-oh.
to the Wi-Fi password. They said
Is
was up.
that PSV? I see. Oh,
Yeah. Osasuna.
Osasuna.
Yeah.
Thoughts.
Now,
thoughts on
Osasuna.
your
Now,
group.
here's the thing. Do you think you can top this over Arsenal?
Bro, we might get slapped by the Wi-Fi password.
Yep.
Wait. Also, let me rep my Swiss people, man. Are we sleeping on Zurich, bro?
They're
Yes,
terrible.
we are.
Well,
Okay.
yeah.
We're terrible.
All right. Well, look for me. To be honest, Van Nistelrooy is a rookie coach. Arsenal should top that group very easily.
Arsenal should top that, but bro, the Wi-Fi password
Wait.
might get us, man. It might be another conference.
Could
league season for
Arsenal
us.
could Arsenal get their first European trophy?
No.
Bro, I forgot to say this because we were in the Champions League. How much I could put my entire existence on the fact that Sevilla will drop down to Europa League. They will
Bro,
do that.
Oh
You
yeah.
know what they did last season, right?
They
You
will
know
do
what
that.
they did, right? They were in a group with Lille, Wolfsburg, and Salzburg, and they finished third.
They have to be investigated.
They do it intentionally.
They were in the
They do it
worst
intentionally.
Champions League group I've
so
ever
look,
seen.
from
That
what-
is by
Wait,
far the
hold on.
worst Champions League group ever.
Oh, sorry. I thought Demo Cave was Russian. They're Ukrainian. So
Ukrainian, yeah.
I suppose we're saying
Putin.
Fenerbahce and Dynamo Kiev, or do we say Rennes? Shout out to
Rennes.
Ikea Larnaxa.
Where are they from, AJ?
No, shout out to
Wait, are
Fenerbahce.
those
There are
guys
no
Greek?
Turkish clubs in
Yeah.
the Champions
Nope.
League,
They
so
gotta be Greek.
Nope.
Where?
Not Cyprian.
Cypriot.
Ah, I got it.
Really?
Cyprian.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shout out to my Cypriots. Shout out to
Look at
Cypriots, man.
this
The women are
geography
lovely.
merchant.
But
Yeah,
HH, let me ask you this, guys, a question. If
Wait. Yes, let's get through the groups first.
Okay,
Let's
wait,
get
wait,
through the
wait,
groups first.
you know how Uncle Moo got pimped by the Wi-Fi password last season?
easy.
Mhm.
What if we see a Farteta gets
Yeah.
pimped by the Wi-Fi password this season?
No, wait, hold on. His name is Lightbulb. I don't know what I said. His name is Lightbulb.
No, his name is
Lightbulb.
Farteta.
No, Lightbulb. Guys, Group C.
I hope Arsenal go very far in this
Oh.
So,
competition.
you know what? Roma and Real Betis might be a good.
Hey, shout out to your boys, man.
I'm
Helsinki,
planning
man.
the trip to Rome, bro. I'm going
Bro.
to Rome
What,
for this
are
game.
they finished?
No,
Yeah.
no,
They're my
guys.
local club.
We have to support HJ.
Let's go.
Let's go.
HH, you know what's funny? Mourinho was
HH.
already complaining about the cold and the artificial turf here in his press
More,
conference
Uncle
today.
Mo, I love you, but Uncle Mo, relax. See, for me, I want both Roma and HJK to go through. No, shouts to Bess and
me,
Gretz.
me and my buddies, we're gonna go to Rome. We're gonna go to the away game at the Stadio Olimpico. We're planning
No,
it.
look for me. I said good luck to HJK, man.
We're
Good
gonna
luck
get
to your
lubricated.
HJK kids.
You gotta streak the field for the culture.
Oh Jesus!
Okay,
we're gonna
alright,
we're gonna
so-
get destroyed.
Group D: Braga, Malmo, Union Berlin, Union Saint G. Braga, Ricardo, watch your mouth. Ricardo, watch your mouth.
This is PSG's academy. This is PSG's academy.
Union St. G.
You know they almost beat Rangers, right? Rangers were 2-0 down against these guys.
They got Elmo, Braga.
It's a Royal Union Saint.
Yo, what is it?
Because
Yeah, what is it? What does it stand for? Jump? Does it really say?
It's a Royal Union Saint Gilles. They're from
it's
Belgium.
not Saint Germain.
Yeah.
Okay, so relax. It's not Saint Germain.
No, it's not Saint Germain. It's Saint Guillaume or something. Saint
Bro, I'm
Guillaume.
saying Union Berlin and Braga to go
It's
through. That's
it's
what I'm saying.
USG.
Yeah.
USG.
Guys, Yasia, take it away. Yasia, take it away.
Bro,
Sheriff.
bro, Sheriff. Oh
Yeah,
no.
make sure Ronaldo doesn't get arrested by sheriff.
Exactly, man.
Yasia,
if this game
I
is played
dare
in
you.
America-
I dare you not to make it through. I dare you to allow Sheriff and Soteda to go through. Now, Sheriff, they all right. Sheriff, all right.
No, they're not.
No, but then HH, this is what I was
Ammonia.
trying to say though
They have
earlier.
ammonia.
What I was trying to say earlier is like this draw really didn't matter because it didn't matter what group Man United was in. Look, you look at all the groups. You're like, this is the team that is in the Europa League. Like, damn. Like,
Guys,
I don't know.
what is that ammonia?
Yeah. HH,
The less said, the better. Group F:
NH4.
Lazio, Feyenoord, Midtjylland, SK, Sturm Graz. Lazio,
Sturm Graz.
Feyenoord, man. Let's say Lazio, Feyenoord.
Sturm Graz sounds like
No, Ricardo, please. Group G: Olympiacos, Karabakh, SC Freiburg. Okay, guys, can we now see why Cristiano wants to? He's pushing for
this is nonsense. No, but then actually, also, I'm gonna say this: Roma. This is a type of Europa League that Mourinho wins.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's see. So Olympiacos for me, I'm saying Freiburg and Olympiacos should say what's up.
I like Karan FK.
Oh, are these the guys that won the UCL back in?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Red Star Belgrade.
Red Star Belgrade, Monaco, who should have made it into the UCL. Is that's not Fenerbahce? No.
No, it's
Ferencváros.
And Trabzonspor.
Or Hungarian.
I'm saying Monaco and
Balotelli plays on
Belgrade.
Trabs on that Turkish team, right?
No,
Trabzonspor.
Wasn't he at that Turkish team?
Do you know who actually plays for that Trabzonspor?
Is it Ozil?
No, it's the Rafinha from Barcelona.
Oh,
no, the bum. Yeah. The Class A.
Hey man, he would start for United, so relax.
Shut up.
Thank you, man. So don't give me that crap, man. Look, man. Let's hit this debates, man. What we say?
Or can we look at the Conference League groups?
Wow. No, thank you.
Okay, now Ricardo, I don't have that file with me, but we reach notes on what the Conference League. Wait, hold up. Rafus, H, can you please play the guitar and bless our ears next time, bro?
We need a Big Ben special.
Next time. Mo, HH, it's me, your only viewer. For months, I've created the illusion that you are streaming to a large audience, but here's the truth: all these people in the chat are me. I will text from my accounts. So, guys, they say you are who you attract. So keep that in mind, guys. I was attacked.
Oh,
I was attacked. I said that Messi and Ronaldo have never had a season like Benzema in terms of dud. In terms of dud, Benzema's season is unprecedented. It has never happened before. Also, sorry, side notes, and I forgot to tweet this out. This is proof that Kevin De Bruyne is an industry plant. The fact that he came second ahead of Thibaut Courtois, that is all the proof you need that this man is an industry plant. Put that to one side. So my thing here is that Benzema, because guys, so Benzema won the award by the largest margin ever. And he is going to easily do a complete landslide. And in my opinion, this has been the most obvious year for a winner ever. But my thing, in terms of degree of difficulty, under duress, Messi and Ronaldo never had to sweat and reach into the recesses of their soul the way that Benzema did. I've never seen anything like that before. Mike, you know I'm telling the truth. In terms of what Benzema did this year, is this unprecedented purely for dud and degree of difficulty?
I don't know.
Okay, Mike. Tell me a greater dud season than what Benzema did.
A greater dud season?
Yes.
There's probably not been one like that.
Thank you.
I'm trying to think now if there has.
There isn't one.
Yeah, I mean, look at the teams like PSG, Chelsea,
Man City,
and Liverpool.
I think when I was watching your video, the problem that I saw, and maybe other people saw, is that you're putting all the dud on one player, whereas I would say the dud actually came from the team.
Yeah.
Because you're
Rodrigo. Yeah.
Because up to the PSG game, don't get me wrong, that was all Benzema. Complete. He deserves all the credit. Then we go on the Chelsea game. First game, I believe the first or second goal when Mendy screwed it up. Bit fortunate, but hey, you pressure, you create your own luck sometimes. Drops a hat trick, great. Second game, Chelsea
almost quite literally turned around. Benzema was nowhere to be seen, and who saves Real Madrid? It was Modric with that crazy pass to Rodrigo. Okay, so that's
and what happened in extra time?
Where he scored. No, but I'm saying
scored the winning goal.
No. But my point is that without that moment of magic from Modric, Benzema doesn't happen. All right, now that's not where this is. Not it happens again because against Man City at Etihad Stadium, Benzema had a great game, but Vinicius had a crazy goal.
Yeah.
All right. The second game, we all thought Man City had in the bag after Mahrez's goal, and the most improbable of improbabilities happen. They throw away a 2-goal advantage. Who scored the goals? Rodrigo. Both of them, not one, both of them. Without those Rodrigo goals, we don't even get the penalty. All right. Now, okay. So we're gonna say in the quarters and in the semis, he was saved. He put up his part. I'm not saying that he was carried because he was not carried. He did his part. Now we go to the finals.
That goal should have stood, but carry on.
Sure.
Yeah,
But at the end of the day,
was
it
not
didn't.
fair.
Sure. At the end of the day, but it didn't. However, who won man of the match? It was Courtois. And Courtois had one of the greatest performances I've seen from a goalkeeper as far as I can remember. If it was another goalkeeper than Courtois, I don't know if Real Madrid win the way they won. I don't know that. Because Courtois had to make some crazy saves, and he did. So credit to him. So I think when you were making your video and you suggested this is the most dud season of Benzema, I think you're over-exaggerating the level of dud. Don't get me wrong, there was dud. I'm not discrediting him and what he's done, but I think you didn't give enough credit to the Real Madrid team. It's not like it was just one game. Like for example, the Messi Dembele situation, right? Although I don't even think Dembele is even at fault, in my opinion, because you still had a 3-goal lead. All you need to score is 1 goal. I don't blame Dembele, but had he scored that goal, I think it makes it a lot easier who's going to the final. It's the same thing that happened at Anfield. Chances were created, they couldn't score. It is what it is. Your team didn't come up for you the same way Modric had teammates come up for. I mean, Benzema had teammates come up for him. So that's why I'm saying that the dud isn't on one.
Can I push
player.
back, Ricardo?
No, but so real quick, but it's a team game. This isn't tennis. It's not table tennis. It's a team game. So you know when people say that Maradona carried Argentina to the World Cup and won it single-handedly, it's a figure of speech. Because again, he didn't score the winning goal in the final. He made the pass, but he wasn't the guy that actually scored the winning goal against West Germany.
He took on a defender or 2 defenders and put a through ball and scored. I mean,
yes, but the striker still has to make all that thing, have the balance, the focus to really put the ball away. But my thing though is that whenever you say that a guy did dud or he carried them, it's a figure of speech because it's a team game. So of course, literally speaking, the team has to say what's up, and all the guys has to say what's up. So when I say that he did dud and he was the main guy, it is in a footballing sense. Keeping in mind that this is still a team game, and he can't literally do it because this isn't 1v1; it is a whole team. But I'm saying it from what an individual was able to do and what he could do as an individual, it was incredible and unprecedented because there is no individual in the history who literally does everything, scores every goal, and is money in every aspect. That's impossible because it's football. That's not what happens. So what Maradona did in 86, what Arne did in 02, what Messi almost did in 2019, and obviously what Benzema did this year in a footballing sense is equivalent of, oh man, this guy carried this team in a footballing sense. So, but my thing though is, again, of course, it's not like Messi in the Copa America. Yeah, he didn't show up in the final, but what he did for pretty much that whole tournament is like, yeah, he carried Argentina. He may not have shown up in that final, but in a footballing sense, he was crazy.
But that's not what you said. That's not what you said.
What about that's what I said? What do you mean?
Dud.
You were hitting on Messi. I remember you were hit.
Eric, that is because people try to put Messi above R9 and Maradona, and I use that as an example.
Okay, for who had a better season? Not talking about collected as the player performance. Benzema this last season or 19 Messi?
Okay, can I respond?
That's a tough one.
Wait, hold up.
You're
Can I
gonna move the goalpost.
No, Ricardo. Ricardo. Okay, I have
No,
an
but
answer. Ricardo, can I respond?
Sure, go ahead.
Now,
You don't even believe what you're gonna say. You don't even believe what you're gonna say.
Wait, hold on. Okay, Ricardo. Now, in a footballing sense, yes, what Messi did in 2019 was supernova.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
But in terms of Dodd, under duress, difficulty, backs against the wall, bro, Ricardo, we also had PSG game. It was over. We saw that PSG game. It was over.
Yeah, no.
And
but
this guy out of
no,
nowhere
but-
pulled out a,
okay.
in your words,
No, but-
in
but-
your
but-
words, a Hattie.
No, but see what you're missing. No, but
Hattie.
what you're missing here. What you're missing here. I can only think of the message because that was the most recent one, right? But in 2019, the only reason we don't put any sort of dud on it is because his teammates failed him at Anfield, right?
Yes.
When Benzema didn't,
But could
when
Messi have
wait,
scored a goal in that second leg?
He
against
created
Liverpool?
chance for Jordi Alba, Felipe Coutinho, and Luis Suarez. Clear cut chance.
but Ricardo, but here's what you're missing.
but hold on. I didn't finish.
Go.
In the Bernabeu against Chelsea, for example, Benzema wasn't having a good game. That moment of inspiration, when Benzema couldn't do it, like there was nothing left in the tank. It wasn't his night. If it wasn't for Modric, he doesn't have. Well, I mean, still think he would have deserved the Men's Player of the Year, whatever, because he was by far the best player, with or without the Champions League. However, without that Modric pass, are we speaking of him of disregard? If Rodrigo doesn't score those 2 goals, are we speaking of this?
But Ricardo, you can't do that though. Like,
Of course you can.
No, but
Yes,
you
you
can't.
can.
Okay, because here's the thing. I agree with you, Ricardo, everything you're saying, but it matters if you win a Champions League or not. It really does. Here's the thing. I'm not saying Messi did not do everything he possibly can to win that Champions League, but the fact is he did not. The fact that when Benzema won the Champions League, and Real Madrid won the Champions League, and we look back at it, we look at them who was the most influential player, and that was Benzema. And that's just the reality of it. If Messi would, I thought that was an unbelievable season by Messi. Let me just say that. Unbelievable. But if Messi would have capped that off, if Barcelona would have capped it off with the Champions League, oh my God, we would not hear the end of it.
Let me ask you a question.
Best
Let me ask you a question. So when we talk about Benzema's great season, and I agree, if we talk about who was the most influential, Benzema's the first one in mind, right?
Yeah.
Who other than Benzema, who are other players that were influential through that whole run?
Modric.
Vinicius.
Courtois.
I thought
You got to throw in Rodrigo just because of the clutch.
Rodrigo, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so when we go back to Messi's season, other than Messi, who was influential?
No, I mean, I
see, exactly. There we go. That's my point. Y'all can't even name one player.
But then okay, but the Rodrigo.
That's a cheap point.
No, but hold on. That's not the argument though, because you can't use Dodd. That's not a Dodd argument. It's a, who was the better player arguments. It's the performance. You can't talk about Dodd when Messi didn't win anything. Right, so it doesn't work. In the end, he didn't win the Champions League, so it's not actually done. What did he do? Right, it just is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, like that's unfortunately that's how the world works. You win and you lose. If you win, you get praised. If you lose,
I think the streets have pretty much spoken for themselves.
No, but you have a lot of Barcelona fans in the chat.
Bro.
Come on, guys, come on.
Relax.
Like, look at all the people agree with you, Barca fans, bro. Come on, man. I mean, okay. If Messi would have won that Champions League, man,
Sure.
That's what I'm saying. But then the fact that he won, but that's what I'm saying. Winning the Champions League matters.
My point is that for Benzema, his degree of difficulty, which he does have, I'm not suggesting that he does. But I'm just saying he got bailed out. So this narrative that you're trying to portray, that I'm gonna just say this: you have put Benzema's performance, which you can't even admit, on the same level as Messi's 19 season.
Yes.
You've been creating that
Ricardo, don't put words in my mouth. Ricardo, pause. Ricardo, this is what I said very specifically, because I want to come to witness. I said that in a whole footballing sense, what Messi did in 2019 was super fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't want you to say that. Okay, Messi at his peak, Cristiano's peak, Benzema doesn't really. Well, okay, maybe Cristiano. But my thing is,
What'd you say?
My thing is, this is in terms purely of Dodd, degree of difficulty, difficult situation, difficult scenario. are you able to say what's up? In that thingy with 2019, there was never the difficult scenario for Messi was that second leg against Liverpool. That's first leg. Barca controlled that game. Second leg,
It was
You said
Messi
the
embarrassing.
first leg?
backs backs
no.
against the wall.
The first leg of the Liverpool game,
It was
Barcelona,
amazing.
Barcelona did not deserve to win 3-0. Did not. Liverpool.
No, it was
by far
Messi
the
though.
better.
But
It was Messi.
when
show,
Liverpool-
so-
Yeah, but did Liverpool control that game?
Bro,
When Liverpool
No, but
finished
come
that
on,
game,
but-
where
HH,
Barcelona's backs against the wall in that
H-
game.
Yeah, HH, you need to watch that game again. The
Okay.
fact that Barcelona won 3-0
3-0. Yeah.
is the biggest deception. Barcelona did not deserve to win that game. I promise you can ask Samuel, you can ask Michael. We were not the better team that game.
No, but I still
We're not.
disagree. I still disagree because based on that logic, you can easily tell me that Madrid didn't deserve to win the Champions League, right? Because Liverpool dominated possession, they had all the chances.
yeah.
So for me, I don't really look at it like that, but yeah,
I'm
based
just saying
on
the scoreline is deceiving.
yeah, that's fair, yeah.
That's
But
all I'm saying.
also, are we specifically talking about the season as a whole, or are we talking about specifically the Champions League? Because let's not act like even in La Liga, this guy wasn't like literally like he was
Exactly.
at one point he
Is-
was like
is
the
it a champ-
he was the oxygen of Real
Yeah.
Madrid. The moment
Yeah.
I remember he got injured, and it was like Real Madrid almost went chaotic. They got absolutely embarrassed in El Clasico.
No.
Like-
I think basically the points I'm making is what I admired about what Benzema did was let's just get away with all the goals, the fluffs, the bells and whistles. Times are hard. It's difficult. Can you find something from somewhere to say what's up when your backs are against the wall? You see, Real Madrid, in that whole three-piece thing, let's be real, they were all guys at the peak. That's why for Cristiano, I take nothing away, but you were playing for a team where guys were at the peak and they were saying what's up. So, but with this scenario for Real Madrid, it's completely different, bro. It's a whole different bottle of wax where at every given point their backs were against the ball and the way to say was that's why I said for Benzema, it was what he was able to do and how he was able to rise up when the going was tough. That's why I said no, it is a specific season because my thing is that as good as Messi was, did Messi ever say what's up when his team's back was against the wall? Was it, oh man, you're getting outplayed, you're getting dominated, you feel like if you're completely out, are you able to grab something out of nowhere?
Yeah, he did. He did, yeah. That
Where?
free kick he scored against Liverpool. Did you
They were up
forget?
2-0. That was the
that
third goal.
Was that the third goal?
That was the
Yes.
third goal, yeah.
Ah, right, I see.
Okay. So, Eric, what are you saying about this?
Yeah, for me, yeah, I think when you don't include the trophy at the end, then it's an argument of who's the better performer. But because they won the trophy in the end, that's why Benzema wins the dot arguments, in my opinion. So in terms of the season, I don't know about the whole season. I'll still say Messi for the whole season. But in the Champions League specifically, because Benzema's team got over the line, because they won the trophy and it was the main reason they won it, in my opinion. People can say Courtois, but for me, it's Benzema. I think that it's fair to say, and for all the arguments.
Look, Courtois was big, man.
No, he
Courtois
was,
big,
was,
bro.
but I also don't like him, so I don't want to give him credit. But so in terms of what Rodrigo was saying, just to argue against it, it's fair. Everything he said, I get it, but at the same time,
Wait,
Messi.
Rodrigo or Ricardo?
Sorry, I'm sorry, Ricardo. Sorry, he kind of looks like no.
Okay, relax.
Whoa, Eric. You know how they say all black guys look the same, bro? Come on,
No,
man.
I don't. I'm
Let's
not.
shout to Latinos, man. What's up?
I never said. I never
Are
said.
you saying
all.
I'm black? Are you saying I'm black?
Which implied. Okay.
I didn't, but you said that. I only mentioned one person. I didn't
can't,
say
but,
all. Look, whatever. Yeah, look. Ricardo. Sorry, got your name wrong. Sorry about that.
No, don't apologize to him.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah, I don't know why. Because you mentioned Rodrigo like 3 times. Oh, he scored the goal. He scored the other goal. Yeah, sorry. Rodrigo was really impactful, right? He did so well and everything, and you can't overlook those guys. But I think in terms of the season, in the Champions League, Benzema, the goals as well. I think how close was he to the record for the most goals?
Two goals.
Yeah.
Two goals.
So yeah, it's you can't overlook it. For me, I get what you're saying. Obviously, people want to argue against it, but no one has actually given a better example of a performance in the Champions League. That's the truth. So
No, there's
yeah.
never been one, never.
I
Vezo,
will,
man,
I will admit that Benzema's performance in the Champions League was better than Messi's in the Champions League in those two respective seasons, whether or not they won the Champions League. But we're gonna compare league season.
Okay, fine. So Victor talks to me. So Benzema wins the UEFA Player of the Year, the award that Jorginho needs to give back because he stole that award, that bomb ass fraud. My argument, and I was attacked by Messi and Ronaldo cultists, was that it is the greatest Champions League dud season ever, based on what he was able to do on the dress. Because see, for me, for the kids, I always use this thing called degree of difficulty, called dud, which is, are you able to succeed under very difficult circumstances? So it's not about scoring it, Elche, Luga, and so forth. Difficult circumstances, backs against the wall, palms get sweaty, things aren't going your way. Are you able to rise up like a phoenix and say what's up? And I feel that Messi and Ronaldo have never achieved the way that Benzema did in that UCL run.
Yeah, I look at things differently. You know what I mean? I'm still at my night class. I told you I'm studying up on my UCLEs, getting fluent with UCL. So I'm in the classroom. Let me share how I look at this. When you're great, or when you've been consistently good, maybe you're surrounded by great players. Sometimes you're not going to have the opportunity to come from behind. Sometimes you're gonna be a position where you're battling head to head. You happen to have the lead. You happen to be in control. What the degree to make epic comebacks or to battle, sometimes that's not going to happen. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to fault the player for that. The fact that Benzema was chasing this record that we talked about, Champions League goal scoring, and the fact that the goals that he was scoring at the moments that he was scoring them, and the style that he was scoring them, the man was ready to play for those moments. I'm studying UCL. I have to look at his season and give him the credit for it. I also have to point out that the team that he had, yes, tradition, yes, heritage. I'm studying, like I said. They have it. But Real Madrid, were they really supposed to make it this far? They were counted out. They were counted out against your club. They were counted out against my club. They overachieved a lot, and he was important to that. I have to give it to him this season. I didn't have a chance to hear the other arguments, but hey, I'm cramming right now. I'm up to my notes in UCL, and I think I'm the expert right now with regards to my studies to say he deserves it.
And let's hope those studies leads to that UCL this year, because someone pointed a nuclear warhead to my head, and I said that City are my pick for this year.
Never.
Oh, so wait, you gave the vote of approval for City to win?
A nuclear warhead was pointed to my head, and I said, you have to pick a name. I said no, but Vator, a nuclear warhead was pointed at my cranium, and I had to give a name. And I said, Man City.
Don't fall into the trap. He did this 3 years in a row, 4 years in a row.
No,
but
that's on purpose.
Yes, don't do that. Yes, a nuclear warhead was pointed to my head. I had to give a name, so it is what it is. It's
like when
change
you
after
guys lost to Leon.
First round.
You know what he said before you guys lost it?
Also, as a Madrid fan, this whole Benzema thing, do you think I'm right in terms of the degree of the difficulty, saying what's up under duress? Messi, Ronaldo, they've never done this before, and that's no disrespect.
Barca fans, man.
Now, I think that there is a dud season. There was also last season where Chelsea were playing fantastic football, and then somehow Lukaku does an interview and then ruins everything. So that's also dud. But with regards to it's true. So with regards to Benzema, I think that this dud season is it's more dud than what Messi did. Obviously, Jesus Christ, the amount of times I say dud, I feel my IQ just dropped.
Hey, come on, you're the football host, man. It's a football host lingo, man. Dud, doy, loy, toy.
Pause.
Just keep going.
So
Keep going.
I think that Messi, what he did in the league, obviously, as Ricardo was saying, is much better than what Benzema did.
Yeah.
Now, what I will say is
Lugo tax.
Messi does take penalties. Not penalties. What am I saying? That's
Free kicks.
What am I saying? I forget I said that. That's a different debate.
Free kicks.
Yeah, well, that's something, but you're not going to score 10 free kicks in a season. But what I will say is that with the Champions League, Messi didn't face anyone really tough until Liverpool, where what did they face? Lyon and Manchester United, Ollie. So I don't know if we should particularly think what Messi did was carrying them to that semi-final. In my opinion, that Barcelona team without him, regardless, gets it to the semi-final. And then against Liverpool, he did his best, but
Can't take it quickly, we know.
it was what it was, and everyone else, when everyone else was failing Benzema in the second leg of the PSG game, he did everything. He scored the 3 goals. Maybe in the other games he needed help, but at least one time Benzema really did it on his own. So I don't know. But I think this is by far no one is close. I think the margin between the best player and the second best player of the last season is it's not even anything that we can talk about. De Bruyne is a fraud for winning that second place.
He's an industry
that should be
plant.
Courtois.
Veto. No. Veto, don't do that. Veto to me. No, Veto. No. Hold on. Veto, I'm so glad that you're here. We all know industry plants. It's really a music term that comes from the music industry. Like Drake is an industry plant. He has deals with Spotify and so forth. De Bruyne is the footballing equivalent of an industry plant. This man somehow, some way, always gets into top 5, top 3s, and so forth because he's the media darling. Because people like him, he's cool and so forth.
You're so rude, my HH.
Rachel, you can't tell me that this isn't proof he's an industry plant by getting second over freaking Courtois. Do you know what Courtois did in La Liga and the UCL?
It's a goalkeeper. Everyone cares about goalkeepers.
But that guy was our player of the season in La Liga. That guy was better than Benzema in La Liga.
No,
you can't even be serious. You can't be serious.
I usually don't agree with Yasir, but I have to in this case. When we're comparing goalkeepers and we're attacking center midfielders playing attacking roles and just being the distributor out there instead of just shot stopping. There's a big difference.
Wait, so you can't.
No, come on. Hold on, guys. There's a reason why keepers. There's a reason why there's a cap on keeper salaries, and there's the salaries of midfielders. Let's understand the importance here.
If there's a word that is prejudiced towards keepers, that's for you. That is keeperist. That is keeperist, bro.
I just mean with regards to this award.
Because for me, every position has the ability for where you can be exceptional in that position and so forth. We can't rate attackers better than defenders or keepers. So Courtois, based on his position,
of course we can hit it. Of course we can. We do it all the time.
No, hold up. No, wait, hold up. No. For what Courtois in his position pretty much won games for Real Madrid, where without him,
he was our
Real
best
Madrid
player in La
games.
Liga. Benzema was not our best player in La Liga.
But
was our best
okay,
player
but
in La Liga.
it's not just La Liga, right?
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Do you see what he did with the freaking UCL? So with as Rodrigo,
so you're saying? Oh, hold on. My man. Oh, are you telling me that because Courtois was player of La Liga, are you not going to argue that he should be ahead of Benzema then? Because HH is about to tell me what he just did in the Champions League.
Who won in the Champions League? Who was
now,
man
that's
in
an
the Champions League
uncomfortable
final?
conversation, Hor. That's
Ricardo.
an uncomfortable conversation. That's actually a conversation that could be had, Hor.
Wait, guys.
You gotta stop.
Guys.
You gotta stop hitting on De Bruyne.
To go this way, guys.
Hold on.
Let's just relax.
Let's be honest about something.
Ricardo, let's relax.
Wait,
you gotta stop hitting on De Bruyne.
How competitive was that La Liga season?
Whose fault was that? No. You cannot do this, Ricardo. Whose fault was that?
You
bum club. You're a bum club.
You're giving credit towards Benzema. Like I agree with what I agree with.
Don't be a coward. Just come out and say it.
You see, no. I agree with what Osasuna said. That you have to factor in the opposition that Benzema played in the Champions League when you compare, for example, to Messi. I completely agree with that. And that's what I'm saying. Benzema had by far the better Champions League campaign. So let's keep that same energy with the competition in La Liga. That one season, which was last season, there was no competition.
But whose fault is that? You're a club.
Oh my god!
So you're not.
So you see how you're just doing mental gymnastic with
pointing out the degree of difficulty. That's what he's pointing
exactly.
out.
What is the degree of difficulty? There's no difficulty in the league.
What are you talking about? What was the
The Champions League
They had a
final.
new, also they had a new manager.
No, I'm not
Ancelotti-
saying. I'm not
Ancelotti
saying in
got
regards to
shipped to
Courtois. I'm
Everton.
not saying in terms of
Come
Courtois.
on.
I'm saying in terms of Benzema, because you're saying that
Wait,
Courtois
who
was
was
the best.
Barcelona's competition in La Liga that season?
I don't know. We can look it up.
Oh, no,
They
okay.
finished
Wait, hold up.
15 points ahead of
Wait,
everyone.
hold up. I just want to be clear here for the streets and the
Or
panel.
maybe like 10.
So are we now saying that Courtois deserved this award ahead of Benzema?
I'm
No.
not saying that, but if Osasuna is saying that Courtois was Real Madrid's best player in La Liga, and then he goes on to put a ridiculous Champions League campaign in himself,
What are
in
we
his own
talking about
right.
here? What happened to Kevin De Bruyne? Well, how do we
Hey,
get
I
from
mean, hey,
Courtois
that
to
might be a
Benzema?
conversation here. We might actually be discounting Courtois a bit. I'm just
No,
saying.
Courtois was amazing.
You guys are. See, look. Look at Courtois deserves to come second. No, wait, hold on. Back to original program.
Yes.
Industry plans. De Bruyne is
Exactly.
an
This
industry
debate should be
plan.
between Courtois and Benzema.
No,
What is De Bruyne doing there?
Vito, you
Allow
can't
it,
tell me
HH.
that De Bruyne deserves that award ahead of Courtois for what
That
Courtois
is,
did in La
I
Liga and the UCL.
agree. I feel
Okay.
you. Yeah.
You know what actually makes me sick? You know what actually makes me sick? I'm sorry for what's it
No,
called?
you're good.
Is that last year there was way more hype about this stupid award when J5 won it, but this year I didn't even know Benzema was awarded last night. Am I the only one that didn't notice that? Benzema
you're not the
deserved
only one.
No,
I didn't even know he
but
won.
you know what it is? It's like I think it's Twitter. I think because there is a it's two things.
It was the Euros,
Chelsea
and it was
fan- no,
because football just came back with the.
True, no, but also it's but Chelsea fans very active on Twitter, and also because it was so shocking, bro. I think I was one of the guys that said, "Wait, I know he plays for my complicated club, but how the heck is this bomb win
It's
this
historic, hatred. It's historic. That's why. That's how.
I
He
love
did something
Eric.
historic.
Oh, also,
How many
Eric,
times-
Wait,
there was no
Eric,
debate.
Eric,
There was no
Eric, you watch
debate
him out,
on this one.
Eric,
No,
he
hold
historic in
on.
what sense? Wait, he
I'll
historic
tell
as
you.
in he's the worst player ever to win the award, or
No, of course not. Look, honestly, I know Jorginho is not great, right? And I've said some jokes and said some things people didn't like, but Jorginho is not as bad as people say. I'll just say that first of all. Yes, he's crap for some people. He's garbage, he's trash, whatever. He's not as bad as people say he is, in my opinion. Second thing is he did something historic. How many times has a player won the Champions
okay,
League?
no,
Hold on, I won't
no,
finish. Let me land.
no.
How many
Eric,
You have to let me
can't
land.
you
You have to
can't
let-
use that crap.
Can I
Eric,
land?
come
Can
on,
I
bro.
land? Let me
Eric,
land.
oh,
How many times has a player won the Champions League and the Euros in the same season? And he was a mainstay in the team. He
No,
played
he
every
Eric,
game.
one
wasn't.
question. Oh wait, hold on.
Yes, he
Eric,
was. Of course
Eric,
he
one
was.
question. One
He played
question.
every game.
Is Italy in the World Cup? Yes or no?
What's your point?
Who missed the penalty to send them to the World Cup?
He missed the penalty in the Euros as well.
But
He missed the penalty in the Euros. Look, you can use one moment to try and, but for me,
no, bro,
Jorginho,
but it didn't mean
it
anything.
is what it is.
Euros. I'm gonna be real with you. That rules was fraudulent because it generally didn't mean anything. If you're not gonna make it to the World Cup, then what's the point of you winning the Euros?
okay, wait, hold on. Let me take some debates before we get out of here. And I also have one quick question for V before we go. So Wing says, Kante's 2021 UCL run greater than Baby Ben's man of the match machine.
No.
Look, I mean,
I'm not having that. I'm not having that.
Shout out to your boy Mark Frakization, man.
Okay.
Thank you for the Mark. Greetings from an FC Zurich fan. We have normally a sensational win in the European competition, but I don't have much hope with the new coach. A Swiss second-tier team is even in the Conference League. FC Vaduz, and they are 9th. Bro, basically, I think you guys know I lived in Geneva for 2 years. Went to an international school, so I always used to pass through Zurich, which is where they speak German, to Geneva. So look, man, my heart is close to my Swiss peeps and so forth, and I hope FC Zurich do well, Brett. Also, people like to insult me and abuse me. When I was in Switzerland, I think 10 or 11, I got offered to play for FC Servette, a Swiss team and so forth. So for you guys saying that I'm a brick and so forth and everything, I could have played for FC Servette.
Play where?
When I was
What position?
Midfield, bro.
Center
I
bench.
was-
Center bench. Center bench.
Shut up, man. Shut up.
Left
Lisbon
back.
Nation. Tess Tergan built out Barca in 2019 too.
That's
As for
true.
Messi.
That's true.
This
I would
is
agree.
true.
As it was appalling.
I will agree. I'm not that, but my point was when I asked you guys couldn't say that on the spot. You needed a dub to tell you that.
Hey,
No, but they have to recall because it
QC8.
was so bad afterwards. You know?
Biggest margin doesn't always mean best. Adcon, boo, Benzema, biggest margin. Okay, it is what it is, man. Stop hating. Not everything has to be compared to Lionel Messi, CR7, Benz. No, I'm not comparing. All I'm saying is that Messi and Ronaldo have 0 goals in a World Cup knockouts in 4 tries, and these guys are unable to have a dodge season, but they are legends in their own right. Legends with no World Cup knockouts goals.
It's just one thing I don't like.
Easy.
Yeah.
Hold on, Misby Nation. Jose said 1 Benz, 2 Couture, 3 Vinny, the right order. Damn. Wow.
They do.
All
They
Real
definitely.
Madrid.
They definitely need to do this in positional, like best forward, best midfield.
That's what Lam said. Basically, Lam said that the award should be for positions because you're always going to be biased towards attacking players. And shout out to boy Rico S. Man, who says, I can imagine this will be both Ronaldo and Messi's last season for the World Cup, and they will go out. And we all have to all express and compare. Wait, see, this is what I hate. Haaland and Mbappe are not in the same category. Now, talk about Ansu Fati, talk about João Felix. Haaland is a finisher. Mbappe and Haaland, don't compare them. Don't you dare compare them. They're not
Yes,
in
we
the same
will.
category.
Yes, we will.
No, we will
Yes,
not.
we will. Don't tell people what
Faisal.
not to do, bro. No.
Faisal,
We will do.
Cristiano Ronaldo, what happens, man? The clock is ticking. Napoli, Sporting Lisbon, or is it in the Europa League? What happens, bro?
You know what? The more this goes on, the more appreciation I have for Cristiano Ronaldo and the people around him, because he's playing 3D chess. He's not rushing things. He's now waited to see what the draw is for the Champions League. He's going to sit back, check these coefficients, or check to see where the easiest plant or easiest landing may be, and let's see him make the moves in the next 5 or 4 days. He's strategic. Now he needs out though. He needs out because what I briefly looked at, I think we can expect Messi to go on a tear in that group in that group that he's in. And what's the goal difference between the two of them? Is
I
it?
think it's 15.
He's not gonna break.
Hey.
Well, come on.
Oh, no,
He's
no,
not gonna
no,
break.
no,
It's
that's
not
what
only
people
doing it in the group stage, then there's also knockout stages. Messi has a chance to
Wait,
score.
so he's not like Cristiano needs to relax. Cristiano, your record isn't getting broken, so relax. And see, here's the thing, the same thing for Cristiano. Get your ass in the Europa League. Get your ass playing for because it's not going to get broken. Yassier, bro, Yassier is looking forward to the Europa League. Yassier,
I don't want to see
Yassier,
him there though.
You
I don't want to see
didn't
him
be
there.
saying that like half up. My one hope in life, more than to see my family happy, is for United to win the Europa League. That's what you told me in the day.
Hey, Cage, are we doing a 20? Are we doing a 24
hour?
hour? Are we doing a 24 hour on September 1st?
Look, if Cristiano stays, we will do our first 24-hour paper. Guys, shout out to your boy Vetso, your boy Osuna, your boy Yase, your boy Ricardo. We'll be back here tomorrow, Saturday, for that hangout special. Peace out, stay true. Zad still lives. Zad, please, we want you back at Chelsea. At the
Yo,
bridge. One love.
come for your Southampton.
much.